best thing about watching football this weekend? Talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, back at it. Summer's back. Buckeyes are back. Everybody feeling good. We back. And we are back. Rothman and Ice. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes to my right. Loose cannon behind the glass. Boys, how was the weekend?
It's good, man. It was good. The weekend was relaxing. Went out for the Ohio State game. Ran into a listener. I was out with my friends. And
the one?
No.
They told us listener, we had one. You ran into him?
His name was Paul. So I ran into Paul.
I knew we had one.
He recognized me, and he said, hey, I just want to let you know, I appreciate the show. He's a lunchtime listener, AR. So Paul said he hops in his whip usually about 12:30 every day, and he turns on Rothman and Ice.
So he's not going to hear this, is what you're saying.
Hopefully it'll get back to him in some form or fashion. But Paul said to tell AR that I am a dog lover as well, and so he appreciates everything you do with that. But more importantly, he just wanted to show us some love. So, Paul, if you're listening, you may not be. We appreciate you, big dog.
Next time we'll wait till 12:30 to give you a shout out.
No, my weekend was good, man. How about you?
It was good.
Yeah.
I have no way to measure this. No way to do this. But I was down there for both. So I'm just going to give you the real feel. I do believe there were more people there on Saturday night than Texas. Like in my mind, the way it felt.
You're talking like from the opposing fan base or just in...
No, just in general.
Got you.
I felt like they took Athens and shut her down, and they all came to just hang out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that it was like a sea of green. I'm just telling you, the mass of humanity that was down there on Saturday night felt like it rivaled Texas. Now, Texas was noon. Yeah. This was 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So by time I got off the tailgate show at 5:30 and hung around for a while, it felt massive. First of all, no cell service. None. Zero.
That's tough.
0 bars. You text people, and you look down on your phone like 5 minutes later, waiting to connect. I couldn't even send a text.
Yeah.
It was SOS, emergency calls only, and probably wouldn't even gotten that through. So it felt that big. And then the weather obviously held out, and it was a nice night and all of that. And then you had, it's nobody wanted, if you wanted Ohio at noon and you wanted Texas at night, we all get that by now. The trick is that Fox wants, and how can you blame them? Fox wants no competition for their games. Mm-hmm. Like, we want to come out of our biggest pregame show and have the heavyweight fight. We're not dealing with any night. The only thing you would question on that would be, what about the people on the West Coast that might have been interested in Ohio State and Texas? Why do they have to watch at 9 a.m.?
Wake up.
Yeah, but they
get up.
It's just... So anyway, we have to relive that. What I'm saying to you is that Saturday night felt big to me, and a lot of it because it was all Ohio. And here come the Bobcats, who weren't... the entire tailgate show, I was asking the question, test or tune-up? Like an additional tune-up or a test? Mm-hmm. And most of the people weighed in and said they thought it would be a semi-test until it wouldn't be. And then that's exactly what happened. Now, nobody would predict losing Parker Navaro that early.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. And here's the thing. The biggest upset for me is that he came back, because this isn't their season. That Ohio State game was not their season.
Getting into MAC play.
I give him a ton of credit.
Oh, yeah.
Get me back in there. And then for them wanting to put him back in. Now, I'm not saying they put him in injured, but when you leave a game like that and you put your backup in, it's usually, okay, we got a long season. We're not going to throw this guy back out there and ruin our season. But obviously it was his left hand, not his throwing hand, and he worked through it. So
and I think
give the kid some credit.
No doubt, AR. And I think if you're Parker Navaro, it's like, hey, I'm playing in the shoe, right? Yeah. How many more times am I going to be able to play football in this type of setting with these guys. And I'm going to go out there and give it my all. So absolute respect for him to coming back into that game, and respect to OU for having some bite early on in the game. And that was a program that has earned a lot of respect around the sport. You look at the 2 weeks prior to them coming in here and what they were able to do in game number 1 against Rutgers, showing some fight, and then holding down the fort last week when West Virginia came into town and finding a way to win there. And so we knew that there was going to be more resistance, obviously, than the Grambling game, but in time, can you go round for round and blow for blow with a program like Ohio State when you are OU? And we now know that the answer is no. And so Ohio State, man, they cleaned things up after early on some things were a little clunky. We know how talented they are, but absolutely you can see why people that are fans of OU right now and how that program is headed in the right direction after winning the MAC championship last year feel good about what they're going to do, not only this year, but maybe in years to come, because they're definitely building something pretty good down there in Athens.
Maddie, certain underdogs come into the shoe. Well, most underdogs come into the shoe overmatched, but there's a double whammy to it. And the second part is, they come in overmatched, they come in intimidated. The Bobcats were not going to be intimidated. That you knew. I could feel it from the beginning. I don't fault, first of all, watching Adonis Williams, who's a senior, a Cleveland Heights kid, meet C.J. Donaldson and stick him, that told you everything you needed to know about that game. And the 4th and goal early on, where Julian just misses his guy in the flat right away and then tries to dance out of it and gets tripped up. I'm not playing results there. Yes, you could feel like you're in a fight and want to take 3 there, but if you feel like you're the better team and you're at home, I want to put my guys in as many adverse conditions as possible. So I think that would just be playing results. Oh, why didn't they take the 3? It's early on, get points. I feel like because they're that confident they're going to win the game, and if not, you leave them down there.
I agree, because I think maybe, when Penn State comes to town,
you're taking the 3 all day.
You take the 3, right? In these type of games, to your point, you probably have a little bit more wiggle room to slither out of maybe some tough situations, and that's what we saw. I had no issue with the call either.
It didn't matter if the Bobcats brought disguised pressure, which they tried to do. I think the Ohio State offensive line is pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Sayin has mobility that we saw Saturday night, that maybe a lot of people were questioning, can he move? He moved. And then if the Max Clare touchdown, if you go back and watch that highlight, I don't know who it was, but he knocked over a DB like a bowling pin. A guy that was coming back to try to, prevent him from going back to the corner.
Really
I mean, it just, get out of my way. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So Max just blew him up. So it's now suddenly it's 13-0, and you feel like, okay, even though it was the clunky start you talked about, you thought, okay, here we go. And by the way, OU having to go to a backup quarterback for most of the half. Any irony to their kicker being named Peacock?
Put the game on.
Yeah,
Peacock.
Yeah. What do you think of that name, Brack Peacock?
No, man.
Is that his name?
It's not my boy from Oregon. What is it, Atticus Sappington? I still think he's
Sappington
kicking.
the third,
I still think he's kicking. That's the best
Brack?
kicker name in the game.
Yes. Oh, sweet Brick. Brack Peacock is a great name. 44-yarder, 13-3 at half. And I think that everyone came out thinking, okay, Ohio State, you got the half out of the way. Navaro comes back. And a great call by Brian Smith. 2nd and 2. An underdog always runs there. They don't take a shot there. Let's move the chains, keep the ball, play keep away, get back in it, churn a little clock. And what do? They call it play action. And people are killing Lorenzo Styles for not spinning his head. That is not, I thought his coverage was fine. I mean, he turns around, he's probably going to get beat anyway. That wasn't the crime. The crime of the play was when he catches the pass and it's 30 yards of not being able to get him to the ground. That was like the longest stiff arm I've ever seen in my life. Jalen McClain has to be the safety net there. So worse than the catch, you can't get him to the ground. And so great play by the Bobcats. And now it's 13-9. And I think there's a weird vibe. A, the quarterback's back. B, they're back in the game. And they just struck on a big play. Now that tends to light a fire under a team, which it did. And it lit a fire under Bo Jackson, who we will get to, who runs angry, who runs fast, he runs physical. And I agreed with Chris Sims on the broadcast that he sees the hole faster, he hits the hole faster. Now, I'll take Chris Sims off the hook that he called our coach Jason Day and not Ryan. And I think he said Bo Atkins like he was on a diet. But other than that, I think he's a great commentator and did an awesome job. And I think he pointed out just how quickly Bo makes those decisions.
There's something different about Bo Jackson when he gets the rock. And it reminds me of years ago. And I think you were there and Bo was there. We were at an Ohio State practice. And I watched Curtis Samuel for the first time in person. And we all remember Curtis and just the burst and athleticism and the twitch that he had that just kind of set him apart from other guys when they had the football in their hands. And that's how I feel when I watch Bo Jackson. And so now you're watching a freshman really come to life, and I think he's gained the trust of the coaching staff to be out there in critical moments. But when you have a guy that can rip off chunk plays the way that he can rip them off, there's no doubt that there needs to be more on his plate. And also James Peoples and C.J. Donaldson are doing good things as well. You touched on that Max Clare touchdown there on that 3rd and 10. That takes a long time to develop. And I don't know if that happens if you don't have the offensive line block the way that they did, but also C.J. Donaldson with good blitz pickup too. And so James Peoples follows up with that too on the Jeremiah touchdown in the 3rd with a little bit of about 6 minutes left to go in that period too. These guys aren't messing around when it comes to protecting the quarterback. And I don't think Coach Lachlan and Coach Day are going to put running backs out there that aren't going to protect the quarterback. And so these guys all season long have done a good job of identifying where the pressure is coming from, sticking their nose in there and letting Julian have that extra half second to a second. And I think they learned and watched film from Travion Henderson last year because Travion Hunter was amazing at doing that. So credit to the running backs right now because they're not just worried about running the ball or catching the ball. These dudes are being physical, man, and being an extra offensive lineman down there in the trenches. Big time stuff from them.
You know when I knew that they knew they were in a game is when CJ stepped out at the 4 after almost physically after he plowed his way into the end zone, but he had stepped out. 4th and 3 in a 4-point game early 3rd, and Ryan Day said, I've had enough of going for it. We're going to take the points and make it 16-9. That's when I knew he was in a game.
And I think this is good for them, right? It's good for them to taste a little bit of your own blood every once in a while in these games early on because that's what it's going to be in conference play, especially when you go out to Washington with this Damon Williams guy at quarterback. He's a dude. And so the fact that you go into your bye week and not having the perfect game but still coming out with the outcome that they had, I think can help the squad out.
All right, we're just getting started. We'll have our big guy, Jim Lache, bottom of the hour at 12:30. We got Party Like a Rothstar this hour, and the new AP poll out, and some have been tested, and some have failed that test. And we'll rank them next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver. Leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
Bob Yoakum, president of Rockford Homes, talks about what makes First Bank of Central Ohio different.
I would say it starts by caring. It starts by doing what you say you're going to do and following through on it. When you're talking about local, you're talking about relationships and people that matter to you. I don't care if that's personally or professionally.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spread, totals, player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. TNC supply in-app only.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, Jameson Whiskey, Didn't Go to College, and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Lots of sunshine and hot and dry conditions to kick off the work week. We'll see temperatures getting into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees with lots of sunshine. For tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with our lows into the 60s. And then for Tuesday, dry weather continues, but a tad bit cooler. Highs will get in the mid to upper 80s with mostly sunny skies. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
What's up, knuckleheads? You're listening to Rothman Ice on The Fan. It's not terrible.
All right, guys. It is terrible if you're not feeling the energy you think you should. So listen up. Synergenics and Low T Center, the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy, changing lives for men all across the country for more than a decade. They are the pros in the industry. Most medically driven, results-focused, and really a winning approach to restoring the quality of patients' lives through hormone care. So, I've been telling you guys, we've been thinking about testosterone, not really sure, you question it, whatever. But if you've noticed that you are getting more tired, you're not motivated to do much, and you don't want to just chalk it up to aging. Maybe it is a physical, mental change to your body. Testosterone might help. Real patients are telling them every day how they get their energy back. They're doing better at work. Their relationships are blossoming again, and they're working out more than ever. Synergenics, Low T Center, the TRT have clinics conveniently located in Dublin and Gahanna, and you have the power to choose where you want to be treated, at the clinic or receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with that quick test at the center. They have an on-site lab. You're going to get those numbers in about 20 minutes. So the questions that you have, they will answer. And more importantly, you'll know where you land on that scale and find out if you're a candidate and if this can help you. So don't wait any longer. Just imagine how much better you could feel and taking back your health. TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com. And you'll probably be wishing you did it sooner. The AP poll. It's weird because some have been tested and some haven't. And so we never really know who's great and who's not. We know who's got some problems. Notre Dame and Clemson. Holy cow. Clemson was everybody's it team, and now they got to win out. Now, they can. Will they? It doesn't feel like it.
I don't think they can.
I mean, they're going from the it team with the soft schedule to being unranked is amazing.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen. I mean, Clemson 1-2 for the first time since 2014, and you just watch them, AR. There's just no spark there. Cade Klubnik is in a difference maker.
How much should we give GT?
I think you have to give them some credit. That program has showed us the last 2 years that they're going to show up against teams that are perceived to be better than them and make it a very difficult day. And sometimes they're going to pull off these upsets. We saw it week 1 or week 0 last year against Florida State. Now, Florida State didn't turn out to be much, but at the time, no, I don't think anybody was really picking Georgia Tech. And now here we are again talking about Tech knocking off what is perceived to be a big boy. And there's been questions about how Dabo's been building this thing over the last few years. The lack of desire to really go into the portal and get right now talent. He had his own way, and it's just not working. It's just not working. Cade Klubnik, like I was saying before there, I think we kind of know what he is. Like, I was really going to be surprised.
He had great stats.
If Cade Klubnik came out, AR, and really leveled up his play based off the first 2 to 3 years down there at Clemson. He's fine. But in some of these games, even outside of the Georgia Tech game, you go back to the opener last year against Georgia. They get cracked 34-3. Now, they ended up finding themselves in the college football playoff, but I happen to believe that's rooted in them going through a weak conference in the ACC. And now you turn the page to 2025, and the first time we see them against LSU, they don't feel like they can match up physically. And so, yeah, the noise around Dabo is really loud, as it should be. He's not going anywhere. He's got a $60 million buyout, so it is what it is with that. But this guy, a few years ago, was one of the guys around the sport, and now this is a program that is searching for big-time answers, and the pressure is crazy, crazy high on them to bounce back. Because I just don't think, AR, they have what it takes to rip off a whole bunch of wins the rest of the way based off what we've seen in the first few weeks.
So a couple things there. One, I do think he's changed his mind a little bit on the portal and things like that. I think they upgraded there a little bit. I just thought he had one of the best front sevens in college football. So for you to say that they're not physically, that's sad for them. They were first in returning offensive production. Now, was that a little bit of stat playing? It could be. But they upgraded the DC, and what they had in Klubnik, Maddie, was not a guy they needed to be Superman. He was good, and he was, more importantly, experienced. That's what you need on a team that has talent. That's why it's amazing what Ohio State's doing with a young quarterback who doesn't have the experience. Incredibly talented, but doesn't have the experience. And he looks like an experienced guy already. So, yeah, do I give them a fighting chance when they have nothing to lose to show up at home against Florida State in a month or whatever it is, or a month and a half or whatever it's going to be? Yeah, I don't know where those teams will be by then. I don't know whether Clemson will be mailing it in and they'll be done, or whether or not, because if they lose, I don't know, if they get caught peeking ahead and lose to Duke, and now they're a 3-loss team going into Florida State, Then you get to decide whether they're going to mail it in or whether they're just swing for the fences. They got nothing to lose. That game's November 8th. It's at Clemson. Do they have a fighting chance to stay with Florida State? Yeah. Could it save their season? Yes. Am I betting on it? No. I can't. They lost a really tough game to LSU. I wasn't going to crush them. That was a coin flip game. They didn't look great against Troy. You thought, okay, they're just still on a hangover from losing LSU.
They were down 16-0 to Troy.
I know, but they won the game.
But still, like this is like you said off the top. This was everybody's team. They got everybody back. They got the quarterback back. And you're down 16-0 to Troy at the crib? That's embarrassing. I don't care what the end result
But that's not
like.
Talent. That's coaching and desire, isn't it? Troy can't.
Or is it a combination of everything?
I just can't imagine Troy would have enough to hang with them. It has to be on want to.
Well, that's a Dabo problem.
That's right. He's got a big problem. He does. He's in win-out mode now. The question is, he can't go into his locker room and say, we got to win out. He's got to say, we got to beat Syracuse. Because if he paints any big picture, they're really done.
Yeah, you can't play that card at all.
The fans can. We can.
Yep.
But that team's got nobody left on their schedule but Florida State, and that would enable them to get into the playoff as a 2-loss team with a win over Florida State. That's what he's selling.
Here's my thing, too, because, I touched on the physicality that I don't think is there from Clemson. You knew coming into this game, if you've watched Georgia Tech, and I'm sure all of us have in spots over the last 2 years, the one thing that they're going to want to do is beat you up physically, especially with the quarterback run. They couldn't take it away. Haynes King had 25 carries for 100 yards in this game and a touchdown. I mean, Clemson, what they're supposed to be up front, especially in that front seven, you shouldn't allow that to happen. You shouldn't allow that to happen. So I don't know what's wrong with them, but them running the table, I'm not seeing that at all. Like what we've seen, especially that Troy game, and what I watched Troy do against them, they might lose 2 more games.
I'll have to check their over-under on wins now. If they start collecting some dubs against some lesser teams, and they get a little confidence, whatever confidence you could from that, they gain a little momentum, then their whole season will be about, can we take down Florida State? Because Florida State will probably be top 10 when they come in, and then they'll say, we have a win and get in game. Like that will be what they're selling. They can't sell it now.
Will that be enough, you think?
A 2-loss team with a win,
one win?
With the 2 losses that they have over those ranked teams.
Tech?
And if not Tech, but if you...
I just don't know, AR, if that's going to be enough to really stamp like, hey, we deserve to be in because we have one good win.
12 seed, 2-loss, win over a top 10. I don't know. Maybe
it may get dicey for them.
Depends where everybody... You're right. Depends where all these other teams...
They need South Carolina to get going because that's what you want is the back end of their year. Somehow South Carolina, who's 2-1 right now, to have a number next to their name, and you can clip them in a rivalry game, and that'll obviously boost the resume. But it's not a lot of good things right now as far as help on their schedule for the teams that are in that conference, and so it's really Florida State or bust. And again, even if they win that game, I just don't know if that does it.
Notre Dame's got no help. At least Clemson can say we got Florida State on the schedule. Like if you're Notre Dame, you're fighting hey, we lost to some really damn good teams. But one of them's at home after a bye week in a shootout where the defense stunk. And so now, what is Notre Dame hanging their hat on? USC may not even be ranked by the time they play them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so now is a 2-loss. The thing about Notre Dame would be if Notre Dame wins out, even though they wouldn't have a big win, they could say, hey, those 2 losses were back in September. We're a different team. Yeah, we're a different team. And then the argument would be against whom?
Right.
Like, we don't know. You haven't been tested now again. So would Notre Dame win in a committee room as a 2-loss team come late November, just from a brand standpoint, throw them in at 12? Possibly, but they're going to need help now.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Yeah. Those 2 teams, those 2 brands were kind of but we kind of knew Notre Dame's schedule right out of the gate. The Miami one was not the crime. It was this one. This one at home to A&M. That could have righted them.
And giving up 40 plus, too.
Speaking of defense, Ohio State has just laid the hammer down on teams through 3. Jim Lache joins us in 2 minutes, and they have been lights out. We'll hear what Jimmy has to say. Stick close. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man here. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and no interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity, I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the lunch and learn. Plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Maddie ranked the most dynamic duo of all time, Caesar Salad and Moscow Mule. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, Bucks going to their bye week. Undefeated. Tested again for a half. Fun little game. In-state opponent. A lot of fans up from Athens. That place was rocking. We had a game. We had a game at half. They come out and score. They got Ryan Day kicking field goals at 13-9 just to keep some momentum. Like, it got pushed until it didn't, until Ohio State shoved back, and then that was it. But fun night on Saturday night, and the guy that was in the booth with the bird's eye view is our Jim Lache, the All-American Buckeye. My man, good to have you back.
Great to be with you on this wonderful Monday.
It really is. All right, so I asked you, I think, on the tailgate show, Jim, whether you thought it would be a test or a tune-up, and you had that, it leaned more to test. How did the Buckeyes handle it in your eyes?
Well, settling for field goals when you get a 38-yard field goal, a 22, and a 20, especially those 22s and 20s, those are glorified extra points there. So, obviously, you got some red zone things that you want to work out. And usually when you get in the red zone and you're not put in the end zone, you got to be able to count on your offensive line just to pound the rock and, run the ball in the end zone. That solves a lot of red zone problems when you have the ability to run. So that's something they need to look at. And as Coach Day, talked about after the game, it's either, coaching, scheme, or personnel, when you look at that. So that's something that you got 2 weeks to look at and evaluate and find out what they have to do because, obviously we all know 3 of the next 4 games for Ohio State in this next block of games is going to be on the road. So you don't want to be 16-9 in the third quarter. And, you look at that, Ohio's got them right where they want them. One score game, if they can get it in the fourth, it's just a play away. But Ohio State, had those 3 touchdowns in the third and the fourth quarter to kind of put it away. Some big plays in the passing game. Jeremiah Smith, 18 touchdowns now, receiving incredible. Carnell Tate stepped up, and then we got Jeremiah on the reverse for 17 yards in the end zone. And that was obviously the difference, put them away. But they got tested, But right now they got tied for the nation's longest winning streak at 7 games, on a little bit of a roll right now. And it's probably kind of good to get tested going into it because they know they got some work to do. But, think of Ohio State defense held Ohio to 2 yards, per attempt. That's going to win you a lot of ball games. They had 113 yards passing. 67 came on one play. He picked up 4 sacks. So on the other 20 passes, they had 46 yards. So a lot of good things here, and you're going to win with that. Julian, a young quarterback, I think a couple of instances there. Ball gets tipped, nothing you can do about that. They get the interception. But then the second one, hey, live to play another down, right? Take a sack. You got some guys running free in the backfield, and there's nowhere to go. Take care of that football, and he'll learn that lesson. But, they ran the ball for 225. You don't want to be. That's 7.3 per average. That's going to, that's winning football there. But overall, as a win, it's what they wanted to do, and give credit to Ohio for making a game for about 2.5 quarters.
Jim, we were talking earlier a little bit about Bo Jackson, and it just seems like when he's got the ball in his hands, there's a spark there. And the other guys and Peoples and Donaldson have had their moments, but just watching what Bo Jackson was able to do on Saturday, man, it seems like they found him a new gem, maybe a star in the making at the running back position. Talk about what you've seen from him up in the booth and how you think he can impact this offense moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, limited work, right? You got 9 carries last week for 108 yards, 12 yards per carry. This week he goes out there and runs the ball 9 times for 109 yards. And, obviously when you get a 51-yarder like he had against Grambling, a 64-yarder when he has it against Ohio, he's got that home run ability. And, you kind of can see that. He hits the hole fast. He gets by that first level in a hurry and can make safeties and, corners chase him. So I think that's been impressive, for him. I think CJ and James have done a good job. They're averaging over 4 yards per attempt, which you'll take that. But he seems to be like he can be the home run hitter. And what's different? I don't know. Maybe he hits a hole a little faster. Maybe his vision is a little bit faster, but it's been impressive what he's been able to do on just 18 attempts, back-to-back 100-yard games. He's got something going right now, and that's good for that room because I think CJ being a senior leader in that room shows that he can make plays. He's good around the goal line, as we saw. His foot stepped out by about 2 inches there at the 4-yard line. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown there. James Peoples continues to show that he can, make some plays and is doing some good things. And you're going to need a pair to spare. We had a pair last year with Quinshawn and Travion, and right now we got 3 guys. I feel that they're comfortable with that they can go out there and get it done. And now the big test of doing that on the road and continuing the path that he's on right now. But Carlos Watkins did a good job with that room and trust that he knows who to put in there. I guess the only thing is after a big run, keep him in there, right? I mean, we've seen that a couple of times now. He comes out after a big run, and I don't think he's winded. He just ran 60-some yards or 50-some yards, but keep the hot hand in there. But the offensive line, gave up a sack, the first one of the year, something that they can learn from. And, they got to pick up those games. They came with some stunts and maybe had one more guy that they could pick up. And, either Julian's going to have to hit a hot receiver or just, dump the ball out of bounds or take a sack. And, that's something, again, that he can learn from. But I like the running back room. I like the way the offensive line's performing. And, Integra had those penalties there. You saw Ethan Oniawa come in, and I thought he did a nice job, man. When he pulled around to the left, it's like he took out 2 or 3 guys on, when he came. So he's got something behind him when he comes pulling through there, and you like to see that out of a pulling guard. So they got, a guy that can come in and provide some depth. And you saw when, Philip Daniels got his helmet came off, Ian Moore came in and, just for play there and got some at the end of the game. But I thought he did a nice job in there. So they got some depth there, and you saw our tight end step up and make some plays. So I think offensively they got some guys that they feel like they can count on and continue to grow and get better as the year goes.
Jim, let me throw one more at you in our final minute here. The Lincoln Keenholz package, is that something that you're buying into that they will use in key moments, or is this just to kind of keep defenses honest later in the season? What do you think of it?
I think having a running quarterback is awesome for college football. I mean, you see it. You see what Oklahoma's doing with their quarterback. You saw what Michigan did with their quarterback. So having that quarterback, having that ability to run is big. Now, it can't just be every time he comes in and runs, and they know that. They'll have to mix that up. He's got the ability to throw too, but it was nice to see him come in for that play, pick up 8 yards, and keep the chain, keep the drive going there, pick up a first down. So that's something that he can do. He's shown that he can do it. He's, as we all know, he's a great athlete, and he was able to do that. But I think that's going to be part of the package going forward. I think all the players have a lot of confidence in him, and it keeps him active in the game and taking some shots. And we really haven't seen Julian run yet. I don't know if that's in his bag or not, but that's something that, he's going to have to do throughout the course of the year, pick up some key first downs, with his feet and have the ability to get down and not take a big hit there. But having a quarterback that can do that is so important for college football. And, we saw that a little bit last year with Will Howard, his ability to run the ball and move the chains. So I think for college quarterbacks, that's got to be. You're seeing in the NFL. I mean, Josh Allen doing it, Patrick Mahomes yesterday, doing it, Jalen Hurts. So that's just the X factor. Having a guy that do that is going to be big for this team, and it depends. That can, win you some games down the road where you really need, to pick up some first downs and keep drives alive.
No doubt. I like the way he threw on the run, though, early. The pass to Max Clare, breaking out, getting to his right, spotting the guy. It shows you he can move. He's mobile, but you're right. The instincts to go take off and get it is yet to be seen. All right, my man. Well, enjoy the bye week, bud.
I will. Hey, and 0 punts in a ball game. You got to like that, too, man.
Got to get those guys some work and practice, I guess.
Exactly right.
All right. Thanks, my man. Be well. Thanks, Jimmy.
I'll talk to you. Yep. Bye-bye.
It's our guy, Jim Lache, former All-American Super Bowl champ, here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. All right, we come back. Party like a Rothstar. Great weekend, and we'll dissect it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Whatever you're doing right now, just know that Bo Bishop is enjoying a sip of bourbon. Even if this promo is playing in the morning, no judgment.
Sweet morning drinking.
The Fan.
This is the Cincinnati Reds Down on the Farm Minor League report, brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. This week we send out congratulations for a couple of league honors. On Monday, it was announced that Louisville pitcher Adam Plutko was named International League Pitcher of the Week for his efforts last week. The right-hander is the third bat to earn the weekly honor in 2025, joining Aaron Wilkerson and Chase Petty. In his lone start during the week, Plutko tossed 7 scoreless innings with 7 strikeouts, marking his second straight outing with at least 7 shutout innings. Plutko became the first Reds farmhand to work 7+ scoreless innings in back-to-back starts since Nick Lodolo did it with Chattanooga in 2021. The other league honor went to Alfredo Duno, who on Monday was named Florida State League Player of the Week for his efforts last week with Daytona. This was the third time the catcher earned the honor this season. In 4 games, Duno hit .462 with 3 home runs, 3 runs scored, and 5 RBIs. During the week, he led the Florida State League in both homers and total bases with 15. The 19-year-old Duno, signed by the Reds in January of 2023, is the club's number 3 prospect. The Down on the Farm Minor League report is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. Put their financial strength behind you. Visit westernsouthern.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roasts or Value Pack Chuck Steaks are only $6.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer when you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead.
You get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, playa. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. This is
what the Buckeyes train so hard for.
Just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change, their techs train like pros to deliver expert service every time.
Wait, are we talking about football or oil changes?
Both. Whether it's the Buckeyes on the field or your car in the bay, it's all about preparation and precision.
Can't argue with that.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit VIOC.com/Buckeyes today.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood every single year. And the reason why is water and Weed Man. Good news, I'm only selling you one of them. Fall is the perfect time to improve your lawn for next year. The work you do or don't do now is directly reflected next spring. If you want a beautiful spring lawn, it starts now, not next April. Now through the end of September, mention the promo code Common Man and get a free blanket weed control with the purchase of a full program. For a free quote, go to weedman.com. That's weedman.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Let's all gather into the Kiki. It's time to party like a Rothstar.
Boy, check. Hello.
I got you.
All right, sorry.
We're here, baby.
My bad.
No, you're good.
This is my...
Your box, what?
Yeah, something.
Frying out over there?
Yeah. Couldn't hear anything.
Oh, you're
sorry.
You're live,
My
baby.
bad.
You're
Hello.
live.
Hello. All right.
Is this thing on?
My bad. I was just looking at spreads, man. They're all over the yard.
Yeah. What do you got?
Michigan State's a 17.5-point dog at USC. I know they haven't played anybody, but is USC that good that Michigan State should be getting 17.5?
11 p.m. kick.
By the way, we got to pour one out for our boy Foster at UCLA.
Yeah.
He gone. It's tough. When you only throw up 10 points against, I don't know, was it New Mexico or somebody like
I'm sure
that?
you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but we're in LA.
Yeah, he ain't in LA anymore, unfortunately.
It's a good run.
They let him go. Yeah, pour one out for him. Lead us off, big dog. What do you got?
Spent all that money on Nico.
And then you got Joey Aguilar looking all right at Tennessee. That's tough.
All right, I'll start with baseball because I'll be doing football eventually here. So, 25-year-old outfielder made his Houston Astros debut on Friday night at the Toronto Blue Jays. The newbie is named Zach Cole. Zach Cole had logged 15 games, just 15 games at AAA. Not exactly a prized prospect. Like, came out of Ball State in the 10th round. And in the top of the third, he dug in for his first big league at bat. And first pitch, I believe he saw, was a home run.
This is the most I've ever heard Cole talk.
That's incredible. And by the way, Adam King will join us live at 1:30.
What was that? I didn't.
Just he mentioned the name Cole. That's all.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. First pitch, he saw. He hit for a 2-run homer.
Okay.
Now, and by the way, he had robbed. I can't remember who he had robbed of a homer right before that. So let me sum up this guy's first game as a big leaguer. 3 hits, including a home run on the first pitch he saw, scored 2 runs, knocked in 4. Had 3 putouts and left, including a fantastic home run robbery. That was his game. Zach Cole is partying like a Rothstar. How many guys do you think have hit the first pitch out for a homer in their career?
Can't imagine it's many, if anybody. I don't
Maybe
know.
their first at bat. But
Starling
first
Marte
pitch?
did it.
First pitch he did it?
First pitch.
That's cool.
Funny enough, he did it in Houston.
When was that?
2012.
Okay. Wow, interesting. All right, now I love that. I did not see that this weekend, so that's
Pretty
cool
awesome.
right there. First candidate for me, I'm throwing just a team into this thing because this team, they got embarrassed in week 1 by a division rival, and so they circled around and said, we are going to embarrass a division rival ourselves this week. The squad I'm talking about is the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions curb stomped the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry, Common Man. I'm sorry, Brandon Beam, but I got to do it. Jared Goff, 23 of 28, 334 through the air with 5 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs gets a touchdown, and he has 90 yards. David Montgomery gets a touchdown. And then the wide receivers were absolutely cooking. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 catches, $115, 3 touchdowns on 11 targets. And then Jamison Williams, the big play specialist, does his thing as well. 2 grabs for a $108 and 1 touchdown. What they showed AR is that they still have dudes and they can still be explosive. When you put up a 50-burger on anybody in the NFL, you got to be on Party Like a Rockstar come Monday afternoon. So the Detroit Lions, led by Dan Campbell and that crew, they were partying like a Rockstar yesterday. They bounced back.
All right. Texas A&M.
Oh, man. Sorry,
receiver.
TLC. Had to do it, dog.
Super Mario Craver. 5'9", sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. 7 catches for 207 at Notre Dame. Now, he's transferred from Mississippi State. He's had his run-ins with the legal system. And now he's just running past people. He's averaging 22 yards a catch.
That'll work.
Here are his first 3 games. 8 for 122, 5 for $114, 7 for 207. That's 20 for 443 with an average of 22.1. And that does, because you're going to ask the tough question of the presser, it does lead the nation.
Okay.
Super Mario Craver doing it to TLC's Golden Domers, partying like a Rothstar.
You know, when a starter goes down, somebody's got to rise up. And at the most important position, when a starter goes down in football, that being the quarterback position, things can look bleak for certain teams. But that was not the case for the San Francisco 49ers because Mac Jones said, I got you, Brock Purdy. Take your time. Take your time. I can hold it down. Mac Jones, former first-round pick, as we know, out of Alabama, looked all right yesterday, AR. And I know it was the Saints, and they're not a good football team. But when you are a backup filling in, you just get to a win no matter the pathway to getting there. 26 of 39, 279, 3 touchdowns, no interception. Almost completed 67% of his passes. So you check that box. You steal a win without Brock Purdy in the mix. Kyle Shanahan is an offensive guy that a lot of people have respect for. You knew he was going to have things in order for Mac Jones. Mac Jones just had to execute, and execute he did. So I got to give Mac Jones some love, man. He held it down for Brock Purdy at least for 1 week. We'll see if he can do it again. But as we sit here right now, Monday afternoon, coming out of a Sunday in the National Football League, Mac Jones was partying like a Rockstar.
Yep. All right, final one for me. Let's do a little kicker love. I put this guy in party last year. Played 4 years of collegiate soccer at Notre Dame. And after he was released from the Bethlehem Steel Football Club in 2018, he decided to use that degree he got from Notre Dame to become a software engineer. And he was watching an NFL game back in 2019, and somebody missed a field goal. I can't remember who. And his wife looked at him and joked and said, well, you could miss. You could do that too. And he's like, you know what? I think I can, and I can probably do it better. And he went on to the Birmingham Stallions, eventually the Dallas Cowboys. His name is Brandon Aubrey. And he kicked a 64-yarder to tie, and then he kicked a 46-yarder for the win over the Giants. Brandon Aubrey, if you like fantasy, scored more fantasy points versus the Giants than about 15 players have in 2 games named Jerry Jeudy, Matthew Golden, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Kelsey, Kupp, Chase Brown, Higgins, Hunter, Marvin Harrison, Terry McLaurin, Stephon Diggs, Tony Pollard. Like these, I know he's a kicker and he gets a chance, but this dude is unbelievable. Brandon Aubrey, partying like a Rothstar again.
That game was drunk, AR.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
Russ.
Neighbors hits up that touchdown late on 2 dudes, goes to overtime. Absolutely crazy stuff in Jerry's world yesterday afternoon. Last candidate for me. Caught myself staying up late because I got to watch JKS every Saturday night. I'm going to keep putting this kid on the list until everybody takes notice to how good this quarterback is for Cal. Freshman quarterback. He was cooking against Minnesota. 24-38, 279, and 3 touchdowns. I still don't know how to say his name yet, but just know he's a starting quarterback for Cal, and everybody's calling him JKS. And you look at where Cal is right now. Within the ACC, they're off to a 3-0 start. There's no Clemson on their schedule. There's no Miami on their schedule. and they're already rolling. And so Cal may be a team a couple months from now that we're talking about as a possible CFP team. I just think this dude has crazy arm talent for how young he is, and he looks the part because he's a lefty. So the young kid out there in Cali, JKS, if you're up late, catch this kid, man. He's a fun watch for Cal. He's partying like a rockstar week in and week out.
We tried this last week.
I don't have it yet. I'm not there yet.
I think it's Jaron Keave, Saga Pule. No, I can't do it. Yeah. Saga Pulutele.
That sounds about right. Sounds about. He's a baller, man. I'm telling you, this dude is legit to me. He's legit.
Yeah. See, I want to add that last Telele.
Yeah.
And there's not the last one.
But check him out. Yeah. JKS for Cal. He's a dude. He can go.
All right, there's your party like a raw star. All right, so this was the one home run. Get the gong ready. So I get a text during the segment from my boy Timmy Belcher.
Big leaguer.
Will Clark's first MLB at bat was pretty good. And I wrote back to him and I said, Nolan? He said, yeah. So Will Clark hit his first at bat for a home run against Nolan Ryan. Okay. But then I looked this up and I'm going to have to confirm this. And I'm going to say this back to Belch. Will Clark homered in his first at bat in A-ball, AA, AAA, and the majors.
Come on.
Tim Tebow did half of that.
Really?
Will Clark homered in his first at bat in A-ball, AA, AAA, and the majors. And the majors was against Nolan Ryan.
That's incredible.
Will Clark is also getting into podcasting and stuff, and he's a really funny storyteller.
Okay, I have to keep an eye out for that. What up, Belch? Good to hear from you. Tell Belch what's up. Hey, I will. He can probably hear me now, but anyway.
This can't be right. That can't be right.
Paul can hear you now if you want to shout him out again.
Paul, what's up, baby? It's good to meet you on Saturday.
I don't
appreciate the love.
I don't think this is right. I don't think he even played AA. I don't even know. I assumed he would make bigger jumps than that. I'll look that up. But either way, doesn't matter. His first major league at bat was against the Ryan Express.
That's cool.
We come back, SportsCenter update, top of the hour, and here we go again. Joseph Burrow fighting back from injury. The big picture and everything in between. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Bobby Carpenter demands that you watch Morning Juice on YouTube. If you don't, Tito will move into your house.
Live at 6 a.m. on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited time offers and experiences like our Ortianta streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-fueled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Sounding an alarm.
Did any of this have to happen? No.
All new tomorrow, ABC 6 News continues to investigate the city's mandate to replace thousands of water meters in Columbus homes.
Nobody said that they could come and flood my house.
Raising questions about who is doing the work.
You don't think constituents should be upset about this?
The hiring practices that are causing even more safety concerns.
Do you think our coverage exposed a lot about this company?
I think it's a good thing.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I have 3 kids. I have an IQ of 160. I work with the cops.
You're a cop?
No, but they do sign my paychecks.
Caitlin Olsen returns in High Potential, the #1 drama.
She was abducted. You knew that already, didn't you?
Yeah, but I thought it'd be nice to let you have this one.
And one of the best new crime procedurals.
You're waiting on me to leave so you can poke around without a warrant, aren't you?
Yeah. High Potential, Tuesday night at 10 on ABC6.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows? Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price, go Bucks, it's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90-NATION to get your free quote today. That's 866-90-NATION or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the lunch and learn. Plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Heading into its bye week, Ohio State remains atop the AP Top 25 poll. Penn State follows at 2, LSU 3, Miami jumps to 4, Georgia jumps to 5. Just announced the Big Ten opener for the Buckeyes on September 27th at Washington will begin at 3:30 and televised by CBS. You can also hear it locally and statewide on The Fan. NFL Buccaneers and Texans clash at 7. Hear it on The Fan after Buckeye Roundtable at 8. Then the Chargers and Raiders battle at 10. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will miss at least 3 months due to toe surgery. Burrow was removed in the second quarter in Sunday's win versus the Jaguars. Baseball's playoff push continues. Reds visit the Cardinals at 7:45. Zach Littell starts for the Redlegs. Cleveland's off tonight before 3 big games at Detroit. 2.5 games out of the third AL wildcard spot. This update sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Maddie's favorite show is Big Brother. Don't read into it. He's only watching strangers through hidden cameras. You're listening to Rothman and Creepy Stalker Guy.
Second hour of the program. Halftime coming up. Halftime entertainment with our friend Adam King at 10 TV at 1:30.
We're getting down to it with Big Brother, AR. Only a handful of people left in this thing, man. It's a grind. The thing started a couple months ago, and now here we are, everybody going to jury and all that stuff, and that's how you know it's starting to get real. It's been a good season, man.
What do they win, Maddie? Tell the folks what they win.
You win Big Brother, AR, you're getting $750,000. Okay. And then that doesn't even, equate to all the other opportunities you're going to get with endorsement deals and all that stuff because, these people turn into household names. So, yeah, it's been a good one, man. I'm rooting for Keanu. Not that you know or care, but that's the guy I'm
not
rooting
a household name yet for me.
But, yeah, I'm rooting for Keanu to win Big Brother.
How do you win it?
Whole bunch of competitions, right? You have head of household competitions and all of that. And
what does that entail?
So the head of household is you get to decide who goes up on the block each week. And so there's always different rules within each season. The last couple of years, they've had certain things to where you can win the power of veto and pull yourself off the block.
How do you become the head of the household?
By winning a competition. By winning a competition. And so then you get to this point where people get voted off, they go to jury. And then those people that are in jury, they vote on at the end who they believe is the Big Brother winner. So that's always been a little dicey to me because sometimes it's like, hey, if they just don't like that person, then they're not going to vote for them to win.
So this is just indoor Survivor?
What are the competitions?
Oh, they vary from, there's so many different
grout
things.
Work in the bathroom? Stuff like that?
No, but you can be a have-not. Like if you lose certain competitions and you're a have-not, you got to take cold showers all week and just eat like oatmeal all week. And so, yeah, man, it's fun. The show's been on for 20-plus seasons. Maybe
might need a cold shower.
30, maybe. But yeah, it's we're getting down to it, man. It's been a good season.
All right. How many rounds you said?
What's that, Aaron?
How many are we down to?
I want to say 5 or 6.
All right.
So, yeah, it's crunch time, baby. I'm rooting for Keanu.
We're all rooting for Joe Burrow, but this is getting old. And I was thinking today, this is not an offensive line. This specific injury to me wasn't like the ACL. It wasn't. Where somebody just got blown back and he stepped forward and planted and got just hammered because his offensive line couldn't hold up. I'm not saying he's got a good offensive line. He doesn't. But he was trying to make a play. He's trying to get out of the pocket. Then he saw he was penned in, and he tried to step up. And even the announcers thought it was an ankle. It wasn't even the ankle that was tackled by Armstead. It's the other one. So I don't know. This is big boy football. Why he tore ligaments in his toe is anybody's guess. He wasn't tripped. He didn't go down crazy awkwardly. He's a really good quarterback who was trying to make a play and either it bent wrong or who knows. He'll be able to tell us more. But the fact that he's got to have surgery now to repair torn toe ligaments and is going to miss a minimum, they think, of 3 months unless he's the crazy great healer of some kind. And even then, how sharp will he be? How will it feel? And will they even be in it then for him to want to come back? I assume if they're close, he will. But you're adding, the 2-0 start now, I guess, is pivotal because if, anything less than that would be very difficult to come back from. So are we putting the date at like November for the at Baltimore game, November 27th?
That'd be the dream. That would be ideal.
So I say 3. Wait, that's 2 months.
All right. So we're
what am I talking about?
Second Baltimore game.
I'm sorry. I meant the Baltimore game at home.
Yeah.
December 14th.
Mm-hmm. That one.
Week 15?
Yeah. This is just obviously tough. Just super tough for him and for Bengal fans and just this team that's in this window of being a real threat. And, I don't know if they're true Super Bowl contenders, but with him and that offense, you feel like you could do a lot of damage, right? And you go back to 2020 and the injury resume is not what you want. It's just not what you want. 2020, we're talking torn ACL, MCL, PCL, meniscus. 2021, dislocated pinky. 2022, MCL sprain. 23, torn wrist ligament. And he ended up missing the rest of that season. And now here we are in 2025 with a grade 3 turf toe. And like you said, he's going to be out a minimum of 3 months. The offensive line, there's no doubt they gave up a whole bunch of pressures yesterday. You could just see it even before that play that they were having a tough time blocking the Jags up front. Coming into the year, there was a lot of people that believed that they were going to have a good offensive line, that being Cincinnati. They found ways to make up with that when you have the playmakers that they have, especially Jamar Chase, who can get the ball to him quickly, and he's an explosive guy and take it to the house. We saw that when Jake Browning came in yesterday. you can do that, but to the ceiling of this team when they're right is, man, just big-time explosive plays, and you have to give your quarterback time, obviously, to make that happen. And so...
You want to know what's sad?
Yeah.
This is probably the best O-line he's had.
And that is really sad to say. It's really sad to say because it did not look good yesterday to my eye watching this game. It didn't look good.
They got Dalton Reisner. I thought that was good. This feels like one of the better lines they've had in the last several years. They're just, this specific play, the blame game is going to be assigned now again. I heard people talking about, they should have drafted Penei Sewell. Yeah, I guess. During COVID, are you playing in a Super Bowl with Penei Sewell and not Jamar Chase? I don't know. Like, they leaned into the offense, and we debated that, COVID. I was on Sewell. Doesn't make me right at all. Because they like I said, they probably have as much success with Chase. So if they have Sewell and not Chase, I don't know.
They would have been right either way. You pick Jamar Chase, you're good, obviously. We've seen that reveal itself with our own eyes. If they would have selected Penei Sewell, that would have been a home run pick, too, with how good he's been up in Detroit. And so now the question is, what do? Do you just stand pat?
Well, Jake Browning was... Well, he's Jake Browning.
Exactly.
You're going to get what you get. You're
3 interceptions and then some good stuff that comes along with it.
Call Atlanta and say, give us Cousins?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. You've gone all in already financially.
Then Joe's out.
Well, I'm not worried about Joe right now. This, for me, is when you've gone all in the way that they have financially, you don't stop now. You give up a couple picks and you go get Kirk Cousins.
They're not. They're spending $3.5 million on Joe Burrow every Sunday to sit and watch now.
I'm just telling you what I would do. I would go trade for Kirk Cousins. I'm not rolling out Jake Browning the rest of the year if we're serious about winning. I'm not. Because Jake Browning, he's fine, but he's a backup quarterback for a reason. And in time, when these guys take over and have to be the guy week in and week out for long periods of time, the ugly stuff usually shows up more than the good stuff.
They're just not going to pay him.
So what do? You
still got to pay him. You can trade for him. You got to pay him.
So you'd stick with Jake Browning the rest of the way?
I think I got to ride it out. Or at least I got to find out maybe from the doctors and the surgeon a little more about, okay, are we looking at 3 months best case scenario or 3 months worst case scenario? I do need to know that answer. I do. I got to find out as much as I can, because if Burrow could come back in weeks 14 or 15,
what does that even look like at that point, right?
I know.
Like
that's
for
what I'm
a guy,
saying. You're going to trade for a guy just to hope that he's the key to winning or playing for a Super Bowl?
I would. Yes.
What's Cousins going to do behind that offensive line?
It's going to be better than Jake Browning.
No, I know, but we just saw what happened to Burrow behind this O-line.
And you could say the same thing is going to happen to Browning. I would trade for Kirk Cousins.
I got to look and see what that money would look like. It just seems, a lot of experience. I like him, but have a lot of weapons. I mean, his base salary this year is $28 million.
You've already gone that way.
They've paid 2 weeks of it. Sorry, the Falcons have already paid 2 weeks of it. The Bengals would owe him about $24 million this year. I guess you could buy him and then trade him, and
so it just feels better than me than rolling Jake Browning out there every single week.
Okay, so
that's just how I look at it.
On paper, it probably does.
No question.
I guess I'm being a realist with Mike Brown and where they are. Like, this is not a team that probably would go out and spend this on the quarterback and pay Joe Burrow $3.5 million every game to sit. Imagine being that owner that has that money on the hook now with Joe. Ugh. And you have to. It's football. It's guaranteed money.
Yeah, absolutely. So they got Minnesota this week, and the problem is, yes, they pulled off a win against Jacksonville, but the defense to me still was just okay. It was okay. So I don't know if defense is going to win you games either. That's the bad part of this equation is if your team Jake Browning, I get it. If you're a Bengal fan, he's been your guy the last couple of years. You kind of know what he is.
It's a 90-yard drive.
But you also don't have a defense that's going to lead you to wins. And so that's why I think you got to go get an option other than Jake Browning to give you to raise the ceiling just a little bit more on offense.
If you did get Cousins, you can't just plug and play. Not week one.
Oh, he has to play. if you trade for him.
How do you learn? No, I know, but how does he learn the offense in 3 days?
Well, that's
That's Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, you can't bring him in AR and just have him sit 2 weeks?
Not 2, but at least I don't think he'd get this game.
Oh no! If they traded for him right now, he's playing this week. He has to.
What happened with Jimmy Garoppolo when he went to San Francisco? I don't think he started right away. I know he won those final 5 games.
You mean go get Jimmy?
No. I'm saying when Jimmy Garoppolo went from the Patriots to the 49ers, I don't think he started right away.
I got to tell you, Garoppolo's not a bad option for cheapness. If they wanted to go sign him and then let him walk.
I'm good on that.
There's no long-term commitment there.
Kenny Pickett's getting passed around.
It'll be fun. Call the Giants and get Jameis.
That would be fun. Now, you want entertainment? That's what you're going to get.
You got to wing it around now.
You know what I would do? Honest to goodness. Call the Giants and ask for Russ.
Not after the game he just had.
No, they're not.
They're not going to get rid of him. He looked not after yesterday.
Yeah.
Jameis is probably the one.
He's not as good as he once was, but he was as good once as he ever was yesterday.
My favorite country song.
We come back. We'll hit more on that. It's a great topic. And then the Brownies. They were in it until they weren't. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you consider yourself a Buckeye fan, you've come to the right place. This is your heritage sports talker and home of Ohio State Athletics, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
At High Bank Distillery, they believe every pour should tell a story. Their Whiskey War spirits tell the story of Prohibition in every sip and was awarded the best blended whiskey in America 3 years running. Enjoy High Bank's nationally recognized spirits distilled right here in Ohio. Drink the best. Forget the rest. Learn more at highbankdistillery.com.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Game day glory starts here, Columbus. The 2025 Polestar 3 is built to win, delivering Scandinavian luxury, cutting-edge design, and up to 350 miles of range. Right now, lease yours for $399 a month for 27 months with $55.99 due at signing and score $15,000, double the EV tax credit. Visit Polestar Columbus on the Buyers Imports campus by the airport, the only place in Ohio where you can see, feel, and drive the difference. Monthly lease payment of $599 per month for 27 months. Offer expires September 30th, 2025. See dealer for details or visit polestaroffers.com.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no! Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Lots of sunshine and hot and dry conditions to kick off the work week. We'll see temperatures getting into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees with lots of sunshine. For tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with our lows into the 60s. And then for Tuesday, dry weather continues, but a tad bit cooler. Highs will get in the mid to upper 80s with mostly sunny skies. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Now you can watch Rothman and Ice.
Go to YouTube and search 97.1 The Fan.
Rothman is wearing the pancake makeup, so you might as well watch. Back to Rothman and Ice.
Not easy. It's not going to be easy for the Bengals because they're 2-0. Off to finally a good start. Finally. And this happens. It's football, but it seems to happen to Joey B more than most. I'm all right, Maddie, if we just want to make this one big pot of stew. Bad offensive line. He's injury prone. Football happens. Explosion. Like, you can't just pin it on a bad O-line, not this specific play. Like, these quarterbacks are running for their lives on a lot of plays. It was bad luck. I mean, a torn toe ligament on a basic, just kind of eating the football once he dove back into the middle.
I got to be honest. Like, when I saw him go down in the way that he was looking at his lower left leg, like, I thought it was an Achilles. Like, especially when they went back to the replay and they kind of showed that plant. You know, we've seen just that little tweak there, and that tendon rose up. Thank God it wasn't that. Obviously, this isn't good either, but that's where my mind went. And then he walks off the field, and it's just in the blink of an eye, man, in this sport. The outlook of your season can change so quickly, and that's why when we talk about those big-time games, when you have a team that gets to the game, that being the Super Bowl, and this team was there a few years ago, you have to cash in because nothing is promised. There's just nothing promised in this sport, and even beyond the injuries, when you're talking about right now, looking around the AFC and having to compete with all these elite quarterbacks and these really good teams, you just don't have much wiggle room. So it is good that they did get off to that 2-0 start because we talked about once you get past the Brownies, once you get past the Jags, it's some good teams are on the way, and they're going to go on the road 3 of the next 4 weeks. And so, look, Jake Browning knows this system, right? And I think that's going to bring the guys comfort. It's just a matter of, can he stack good outing after good outing? That's a big question mark for me.
No, he's going to try to keep them afloat. That's what this is about. This isn't about somehow winning the AFC. Well, I'm not talking about winning. I'm talking about, like, winning the division. Like, maybe, listen, they're pros. They're going to think big. Like, they have one win in the division at Cleveland. Okay. It's
a division win.
You'll take it
all day and
tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. It's
yep.
like they don't play a divisional foe until October 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh at home. So in their minds, they got to stay afloat. But you're right. 2 roadies. By the way, Vikes offensive line, trashier than the Bengals.
They need Darisaw back now.
Trashier.
Badly. Now.
So they can't protect. And by the way, they were protecting essentially a rookie, not Joe Burrow.
And by the way, so credit to Atlanta. It looks like they did it right in the first round this year, grabbing those 2 pass rushers.
What they needed.
Those were flying around yesterday up there in Minnesota.
They finally leaned into what they needed most. And this isn't to say that when they drafted Penix that it was the greatest thing ever. But now with Cousins off the Achilles and being an older quarterback, like I think we buy into this talent, and he is more talented than Jake Browning. I just can't imagine putting him behind this O-line. and all of a sudden it's going to be much better.
No, nobody's saying it's going to be much better. I just think
with $30 million, it better be.
Talent for talent. Kirk Cousins is a safer floor than Jake Browning with a higher ceiling for me.
Okay, I agree with that. At any cost?
It's not my money.
No, I know that, but you're running a team.
It's not my money. And they've spent big already. Don't stop now. This is the team clearly you believe in that can accomplish good things because you backed it up with your money. And so I just believe in when you go down this path, if there's a pathway to get a guy that's better than what you have in-house, which I believe Kirk Cousins is that, then you explore it.
How much better? Because if they can go 500 with Browning, then they probably could make the playoffs.
That's a tough ask for me to have Jake Browning win every other game the rest of the way.
That's the goal.
But do you think he can do it?
Let's look at their schedule. At the Vikes.
Loss.
Coin flip. I don't think it's an automatic loss. It's a coin flip. You saw how bad they were last night. At Denver. That feels like a loss.
But the Broncos also don't seem to be nearly as good as we were talking about preseason.
Okay.
But still, I think.
How about we split those two then?
Sure.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
So there's your 500 right out of the gate. Detroit at home.
L.
Probably an L.
But
Green Bay, L.
We're talking about a backup quarterback that now is going to be asked to play extended periods of time.
He's done it.
And for me to look at him and think that he's going to win every other Sunday, I just don't see that right now. Not in this league. I don't.
Can't beat the Jets at home. Can't beat the Bears at home. It's possible. I mean, I don't need him to win. I need him to go 500.
I say you split those two.
However way it happens, my toes are still tapping. Get him to the bye week. Get him to week 10 and feel like you have a chance.
I love the optimism from you, AR.
I'm not being optimistic. I'm being practical. I said Jameis. I'm ready to go for a cheaper, better option. But I'm not paying Burrow $3.5 million to sit on the sidelines and then go pay Kirk Cousins coming off an Achilles at 40 years old.
What does that money matter right now? You know what the situation is. You got to eat that money anyway. So that doesn't matter to me. Joey B's he's going to be out of sight, out of mind. You can't worry about that right now.
You're right. I'm not running their books. I don't know how this would set them up for failure later or not by trying to work in a $30 million backup quarterback. I don't know. It feels weird.
Yeah,
but
see, I wouldn't get too caught up on the money, AR. I think it's just the talent thing. The money is the money.
How old is Cousins now?
Or what, 30?
When was the last time he threw a football?
In practice?
Cousin Kirk.
He threw for 500 against the Buccaneers last year.
He would be motivated.
Oh, yeah.
Just turned 37. Let's see. All right, Jameis or Kirk? Because I'm kind of in the
Kirk.
I would go with Kirk because with Jameis, the turnovers are coming in time. You just know what that is.
Take the good with the bad.
You know what that is.
With the big guy. Let him sling it.
I think you guys are really quick to dismiss my Russell Wilson idea. I think if you call up the Giants and say, hey, this is your one shot, we all know how your season's ending. It's with Jackson
Don't miss
Dart.
your chance to blow?
Yes.
Opportunity comes once in a lifetime?
All
right.
You better lose yourself. I think if you call the Giants and you make a pitch to them where you say, hey, we all know that your season is ending with Jackson Dart as a starting quarterback. If this is your one shot to actually get something done with Russell Wilson, we'll give you it depends on what you offer.
I'm not dismissing it.
I am because he's not a very good quarterback anymore.
Is he better than Browning? That's what we're not comparing him to the Hall of Fame.
No, I wasn't doing that either. I guess I'm just saying.
I thought we were comparing him to Browning as the option.
I think I would rather have Jameis
than Russ.
Yes.
I don't know, Russ with those weapons.
Do you think the Giants should be starting Jameis Winston over Russell Wilson?
I think they should be starting Jackson Dart over both of them right now, is what I think, over there.
Who's second string behind
I just
Dart?
think, I'm not, yesterday with Russ was a little bit of empty calories for me.
Let me ask you this.
We got to remember what he looked like in week one.
You
that
just
was
said
that was some nasty
But you
work.
just said in the last segment that the Giants wouldn't give up Russell Wilson because of what he just did yesterday.
No, but I just think right now, and they're building based off what he did. I don't think Brian Daboll is going to be like, hey, we had a good outing. Let's get rid of the guy that
to this
performed
point,
well.
To a different point, but the same. Joe Shine and Brian Daboll are on the hot seat. The last thing they want to do is trade a guy they think they can actually win a game with. Like, unless the owner tells them, free pass, trade him, you guys are good. Start the young kid. Like, they want to win games.
Right.
So it's twofold.
0-2.
That's right. But who gives them a better chance to keep their jobs? That's what they're probably thinking.
Yeah.
What kind of draft capital would the Giants be able to get from the Bengals for Russ?
That's the question.
I mean, like,
tough question at the presser. Good job, AR.
Thank you. You're going to send him, like, I'm all what you're saying. Like, you and I are kind of in lockstep that I'm looking for a better option than Browning, but not one that's going to be like a $30 million, 37-year-old who could keep us afloat until Joe Burrow could come back in mid-December.
Because I think Joe Burrow, his salary, will not count against the cap if he's on IR. So that means that extra $30 million. So that means that would be Mike Brown deciding to go over the cap because Burrow's getting that money. It just doesn't count against the cap. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of pay more than what the cap offers while still being within it.
I wonder if we'll find out.
I don't think he'll do that.
No.
They're probably not going to do anything. Honestly, they're probably going to roll out Jake Browning, and that's what it is.
Just led them on a 92-yard drive to save a game against a good team. He did that. He did it. So at least went. And by the way, did he not? He took over also when they were losing yesterday. It wasn't like he had a 14-point lead he got to protect.
That's a good point.
He was losing 14-7. Now, he threw a bad pick. He had some bad moments, thrust into the game. But I think if they would have gotten drilled yesterday, and it looked horrible, and Jake Browning was nothing, I'm all in on, hey, we got to find an option.
Those interceptions were nasty enough for me to want to look at somebody else.
2 minutes. We come back with Adam King, 10 TV, and your halftime entertainment. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the lunch and learn. Plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Miss a minute of Rothman and Ice? Check out the podcast.
Type in Rothman and Ice wherever you get your podcasts. Download and subscribe.
Back to Rothman and Ice.
All right, I'm on Team Jake Browning, the 29-year-old. He's done it before. He can do it again.
Is the question
from
if you
Washington.
Should you go get someone else?
That's right. Adam King with us from 10 TV. Before we tackle that.
I apologize. I should have let you introduce
No, that was more of a Jeopardy. You were asking the question as an answer. I think you put it properly. You know, should they go get another quarterback?
And the answer is yes.
Yeah. All right. So you're into yes. Maddie's on team yes. I'm on team no, maybe yes. That I ride Browning out a little bit here. because I don't think it's practical to just go get somebody and throw them in 2 days of learning the system.
I think that you are correct for next week. But I think if this is a 3-month-long venture, which it now is, go find somebody that you can give a couple weeks to work into this system, that the ceiling is starting quarterback in the NFL. Jake Browning's ceiling is not starting quarterback in the NFL.
Does money matter?
Does money matter? Yes, it matters. Money always matters. That's why Matty Ice is your host. I mean, money...
What does that mean?
Well, I figure you'd have someone much better if money didn't matter. You could only afford Matty Ice.
I thought it was the opposite.
Well, that's true. Matty Ice makes that big time money. What is that, a Charger you drive out there?
No, not anymore.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Don't get what vehicle you got out there?
Got a fleet of vehicles.
Exactly.
You got a fleet?
Yeah, he didn't want to answer that question.
So anyway, next. I look at somebody, people keep saying Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
That's too much money.
That's the option.
That's
Way
too much money.
It's not too much money. It's not too much money when you have a team that is ready to win. That's all that matters. Like that to me is all that matters. Too much money.
Do you have a team that's ready to win?
I believe that if you have Kirk Cousins, you are in the mix as far as an AFC playoff team. Yes, of course there's tiers to this, right? Bills, Ravens up top. But if they had Kirk Cousins, and I think he would be better than what we saw last year with a 40-year-old coming off an Achilles right away in year 2. I think it would look better with the weapons that they have. They're, to me, a threat to the teams up top where it's like, hey, we got Jamar and T and Kirk Cousins coming into town. That, to me, feels better than we got Jake Browning. Like, I just, that, to me, is not the answer.
Jake Browning is settling. You are settling for Jake Browning. You are saying, because nobody on Sunday said, wow, Joe Burrow went out, but thank goodness we have Jake Browning. Everyone said.
How many teams can truly say that anyway?
Now, hold on. I think about when Tom Brady went down. And then stepped up to the plate. A man that I can't remember his name right now, so I'm going to Matt Castle. So I'm going to try to draw it out. There we go. Stepped up to the plate. Matt
11-5.
11-5. The first 11-5 team to not make the playoff in NFL history. Did you know that? Well, fun fact. Little FF on your Monday.
I thought you were going to say Nick Foles. He seems like the
He did win a Super Bowl. There you go.
And the last 11-5 ever to not make the playoffs because they can't go 11-5 now.
That's well done.
Also true.
Well done, Cole. I will have to take a chunk of change and go around the NFL and dangle it and say, are there any quarterbacks that can play football that would be willing to come play for 10 games? That's the other problem, is that you've got to convince them, you come and lead this team, you get us to December, we're doing great. All right, you got to sit down. I got Joe Burrow's back.
Well, if the option is cheap enough and it's working,
I'll do it.
Then I'm up for it. But I have, like Maddie's right. The way we're talking about it is stupid because it's not our money. But I don't know how it's going to set back their team.
It's got to be your bull.
That's right. I can get a good look at a backup quarterback, but I'd rather take Maddie's word for it.
I don't think the Kirk Cousins thing is going to happen. That's just me saying what I would
He's
do.
on the list.
He has to be, right? Like, he's got to be on the list. And these guys brought up some names, AK. It was like, maybe do you call the Giants and see if you can get Russell Wilson or Jameis?
They're not parting with Russell right now. They're as happy as can be. They're like, hey, this is actually working. Look at us. Russell wasn't the problem. The defense was.
They got lit up yesterday.
That was wild.
It was crazy.
That was absolutely wild.
The reason to ask is because they're 0-2. Where are they going?
You know
with
what?
Russ?
You know what's really weird about the Bengals is that every year we get to this scenario and something goes wrong, and they're always 0-2 when it happens. And so you can say, throw it away. Let's get a high draft pick. Well, they're 2-0. Like, you can't.
I know.
This is a problem. I mean, this team has a very real chance, if they can figure it out at quarterback, of already sitting in a great playoff spot come week 13. So you do what you got to do.
I said they got to go, 500 may be the wrong math. I don't know how many games. Maybe they got to go 8-7 or whatever they got to do. But we've seen Browning keep them afloat before. I'm not saying he's those guys from a career standpoint, but he's in the system. He knows the system. He knows the guys. He rescued a game they were down this last Sunday. It's not like he laid an egg and now they don't think he can do it. Like, they won a game. He led them on a 90-yard drive.
Who's Stafford's backup?
Be like if Dom gets violently ill.
G.
If Dom gets violently ill over the next 3 weeks and they say, you know what? We got to go out and get somebody. You'd be like, Wait a minute. I know my way around the building. I edit. I do things. I know where the studio is.
Don't you ever
I'm just
call
saying.
me the Jake Browning of 10
I'm just
TV,
saying
all
that's
right?
what's happening here.
Don't you ever
Maddie's
put
advising
me as
when Dom gets violently ill somehow when you put something in his food, and then they say, all we need Adam to do is keep us afloat.
You might pull Philip Rivers out of retirement and bring Anthony Rothman back to TV.
I think you could do it. I do. I'm in your camp.
I am no Jake Browning, sir. And I will not stand for that. Dom is Joe Burrow. I'm Jamar Chase, all right?
By the way, Maddie, he's strolling in past Biddle on Saturday night, and I'm waving him over, and he gives me the wave off.
No, hold on.
He gives me the
big time Jew.
By the way, who just gave the wave
Trevor
off?
Lawrence to Liam Cohen.
Trevor Lawrence to
my
Liam Cohen
goodness.
gave him the wave off. Maddie knows that I'm fairly famous, infamous at this place.
Hold on.
I'm
fairly famous.
Famous for this. Infamous.
Oh, man, there may or may not have been a higher up that decided to come into the studio one day.
Maddie was producing.
And I was on the board. AR and Bob were doing their thing, and the higher up tried to get AR to wrap it up, right? And AR digs in and gives this guy the double wave off. So Trevor Lawrence yesterday gave Liam Cohen just the one-off shoot. AR, I watched him dig in with both feet.
Stand up.
Hit square, level, and just get out of here with both arms. And just kept the conversation
Get out of our
rolling.
studio.
How many years ago are we talking?
Maddie would know.
6, 7.
Not in this building.
Probably 8 years
Did
ago.
you
It'd
just
be more
say
than that.
6, 7 just to work that in there? What are you, 6 years old?
What do you mean? I didn't even notice. What are you talking about?
What does that
Cole.
mean?
6.
I don't know the origin of it, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't know anything about what you're talking
All
about.
the kids say 6, 7 or whatever.
What?
Isn't that right, Cole?
No, you're going to have to explain
I don't
that
know
to
if
me.
it's like a song reference or what, but I know
Really?
that the numbers
No.
6
Maybe
and
it's stuck in the back of your head
I
somewhere.
didn't know
What's
that.
it from?
I did not know that.
I have no idea. I'm not a kid.
But
I'm
what's
not
it-
up with
Well,
the youth.
you can't dunk
Clearly
on me
you
if you don't
are.
even know what it is.
I just see it on the Twitter. I open up the Twitter. I open up the Twitter, and there it is. This number 6 and this number 7.
Oh, I did not
always
know
together.
that. Hey, real quick.
He
I
did
wanted
give
to
me the
mention
wave
this.
off, though.
That's on.
That's
It's a
that's on.
Skrilla song.
He did not come over.
That's on brand for you to do
I
that.
know. I had to go to Skull Session because that's my job. Rothman, I appreciate it. I gave him the old smile. I didn't give him I said, hi. And
That's all he can get, though?
I always come over and say hi to him.
That's why it was so vexing.
That's
He
why
didn't
it's
do it.
Vexing. There's a word.
big
There we
word
go,
alert.
TLC. Vexing.
He missed the big word
Vexing.
alert. Now you
Oh,
missed it.
big word
Now
alert.
you
Here we
missed
go.
it. Oh, jeez. Okay, that is loud.
I'll lower the
Purge
volume
has
on that.
begun.
That's unreal.
Big
word alert.
There are people that are in their car.
Vexing.
Yeah, that
was good,
Somebody
AR. I
just
like that.
drove into a problem.
Let me mention this because I think, AR, you're right and you're thinking of what the Bengals are going to do. Shefty tweeted this. The Bengals have been calling around to other free agent quarterbacks since the Joe Burrow injury. I don't know who the free agent quarterbacks are right now, but it doesn't sound like they're willing to give up draft capital or anything like that.
You know what? If I'm Jake Browning, then I change my mind. I think you let Jake Browning be the starter from here on out. I think that Jake Browning, he's just great. And maybe he'll take over the job and Joe Burrow will never play again.
Maddie, maybe we could finally get your guy.
Who's that?
Desmond Ritter.
He was there.
Cincinnati, right?
He was there in training camp.
Where is he now?
I think he's at the crib.
Maddie loves him.
He's
ready to go.
I liked him coming out of Cincinnati.
He's ready to go.
I did.
I bet he's a free agent.
Maddie,
I bet.
You are like Charlie Brown with the football if you like Desmond Ritter. The amount of Desmond Ritters that come out of college football and everyone's like, this is the guy.
But he's
in the
from
NFL.
there. He's from, went to school there.
Well, listen, I just like that team, Fick had. There was something there. You got to admit. They look good.
You know,
they
I'm
made it to the CFP.
I'm an aluminum from Cincinnati.
Don't do that again.
That's weird.
Yeah, that was strange.
I mean, that was what, trying to be funny or something? What is that?
Alumni?
I know, but why? I mean,
what kind of slipped out of my mouth out of the side, and so I leaned into it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You mispronounced.
I
You were
mispronounced
mispronouncing
it, so
that
I
just
leaned
went-
into it.
Okay, I got to
Yeah.
give him that.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
mean,
bad.
I didn't want to correct myself
All right,
on
that's not
radio.
bad.
Yeah.
All right.
It came out the right side of the mouth there. Aluminum.
We're in towels over here. All right, keep your towel on.
Yeah.
It's a joke. All right, that's not bad. Are you going to stick around for the bulletin?
Am I allowed?
Well, sure.
Oh, that's so sweet. You guys are the best.
You're the Jake Browning.
And
of
that's a
this show.
compliment.
Mm-hmm.
That's Cole.
I want to get your.
Cole is the Desmond Ritter of this show.
I want to find out how long. I want to find out how long.
I reached a new low.
I want to find out how long you stayed for the game because I know you like to bug out in the first quarter, but this one had a little.
I was there.
Tinge of
from
competitiveness. Buckeye Bulletin next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
The only workplace in America to participate in the Doorknob Fart Game. And we also play office basketball and sometimes do radio. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, save on new 2025 Sonatas with 0% financing for 60 months. 0% while supplies last. Columbus or Dublin or glexhyundai.com.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY, and when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs. They're just $2.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and football season is here at Columbus, and Germain Toyota of Columbus has the winning plays. Drive home a brand new 2025 Tacoma SR5, just $269 a month for 36 months. 10,000 miles a year. Or power up with the Tundra, now just 1.75 APR for 72 months. Don't wait. These deals, they won't last long. Stop by Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
The waterworks techs have heard it all. Screeching furnaces, dripping pipes, strangled garbage disposals, overflowing toilets. Did a spooky surprise catch you off guard? Who are you going to call?
No, not them. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222. We provide better care, better value, better results, and we'll take on any drain or heating and cooling nightmare to come your way. Happy Hallow Waterworks.
All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. Bucks go on a bye. Undefeated, still top-ranked team in the country. Adam King, 10 TV in the house. How did you feel about that game at half? And then how did you feel after the Bobcats came out and scored on that deep pass, or on the pass that went, I don't know, about 30 more yards, couldn't get him to the ground, and all of a sudden you got a game at 13-9. How did you feel then?
Well, so coming out of the locker room, I said, all right, this is going to be a second-half blowout. And then it's going to be real quick. They're going to get the 3 and out, and then it's going to...
Oh, you gave the speech in the locker room?
No, I did.
The halftime speech? Okay, nice.
This was his prediction.
I gave it in the press box. They asked me to stop, but I did. I gave it. And so then, the first play...
You were already ringing the victory bell.
Yeah, I was. They asked, also asked me to stop.
That's right.
How did you get up here? And so then he hit that play, and I thought, boy, I have absolutely no idea what's happening. And then Bo Jackson said... Watch this. And I said, okay, it's actually over now. And then the Buckeyes ran away. I was never worried. I was never nervous. Yeah. It was a weird game.
Yeah.
It was weird. They had 600 yards of
What
offense.
happens when you don't score in touchdowns in the red zone?
Yes, it's that simple.
Yeah.
No doubt. No,
Ask the
right.
Atlanta Falcons. What, you didn't watch Sunday Night Football?
Of course he did. What do you mean?
They dominated that game.
I know.
Night. And they still did not. They didn't score a touchdown until 2 minutes ago. I forgot that you're Minnesota, and
No,
that's
okay.
it's a sore subject. I apologize.
Not really.
Hey, they're 1-1.
I mean, you were in that game until the very end because Atlanta decided that field goals were all they were going to settle for.
Yeah. No, listen, if McCarthy hangs onto the ball, it's still a one-score game. He can get sacked, but don't fumble it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Flacco.
Or, if you don't miss a wide-open nailer running down the sideline.
Mahomes missed a guy by 10 yards who was wide open.
I'm sorry.
It can happen.
I didn't say that Mahomes was Jake Browning, okay? Obviously, Jake Browning is much better than both of them.
By the way, Eagles defense,
suspect.
I mean, you're up 2 scores. Why are you letting a guy beat you deep twice?
I mean, if Kelsey doesn't bobble that ball, turn it into an interception, who knows what happens? Hey, you brought up Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
Something there, AK?
Oh, yeah, he's the best running back on this team.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he'll be... statistically speaking, he was RB1 on Saturday. He got the most carries. He had back-to-back 100-yard games. You don't go away from that. You stay to the hot hand. Carlos Lockton talked about him all offseason. So, yeah, I mean, I think by the time we're there on the road in Wisconsin, I think he will have solidified himself as RB1.
Still plenty of room for CJ in that offense. He's physical.
Yeah,
he means a lot. He's catching passes.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm with you on Bo. It seems like he's running angry. He's running fast. He runs with a purpose. Here's Ryan Day on him.
The tight ends give us some versatility, as you could see tonight, just with some of the things we're doing. And then Bo Jackson, has some big playability, and he can catch the ball well out of the backfield. So, I thought, James had some runs, in the second half that were better for him. I thought CJ ran hard on a couple of good runs, especially the 3rd and 1 with the big grouping in the game. It was a free guy in the hole, and that's short yardage running. You got to run and be your own blocker, and he did. He ran through contact, so there were some good things there. But Bo has some home run hitting ability, which is a weapon for us, and we'll figure out how that fits in moving forward. And the more he plays, the more he's going to learn. But you can see the vision, and you can see the explosiveness.
You certainly could.
And it's good to have that balance, too, within your offense. Like, Aaron, you brought up C.J. Donaldson, and your NFL team, I think, is trying to do that, too, right? With Mason as the kind of power guy. And I know Aaron Jones left with a hammy yesterday, but look, the Lions have had good success in doing that with Gibbs as the home run hitter type of guy.
Saints did it for years.
Montgomery, Mark Ingram and Kamara. So there's definitely room for that in all three of these guys. I think Peoples, Jackson, and Donaldson can help. But there's definitely some electricity, AK, when Bo Jackson gets the ball. Just kind of jumps off the screen a little bit different.
I think it's perfect the way that he and Donaldson complement each other. He and Peoples are kind of similar in their style, so we'll see how that plays out. I think Peoples is going to get better as the year goes on. He's taken a little bit of a step back, but in the end, I think it'll be a three-back look. And then to quote Ryan Day, and he's right, you're going to need them all. This is a long season. You're going to need them all.
Do you have the bye week blues? Or are you feeling like this is a nice little early reprieve?
The bye week doesn't hurt as much when it's early in the season. When you're like in the momentum of the season, it's like week 7. There's good games week in and week out. And then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I got my routine. I go to sit down and you're like, where's Ohio State? There's nothing to watch. What are we supposed to do? It hurts a little more. We're only 3 weeks into this thing. You know, we just came from training camp. There's just another week of training camp. When they come back into, did you like that? That was like a Predator noise there.
Sounded like it was a scary movie, The Ring or something.
No, it's Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, it was like a rap.
That too. Yeah, there's some of that going on.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go with it. It was some sort of reptile.
It was Alien versus Predator, apparently.
Real quickly, I heard a rumor.
Well, you shouldn't listen to rumors.
I believe it.
You should stop spreading them.
That since that girl who was an AP voter that moved Florida up after they lost to USF, that you feel like the reporters of the world should unite, and instead of like crushing everybody else, they should come up with their own rankings and be exposed.
I do. Thank you for allowing me this platform to share that I am going to start putting out my own top 25. Not that anybody cares, but if you're going to complain,
why all of that? Why not just like a top 5? Wouldn't that be more fun?
No, because I think it's the top 25 that gets people fired up.
Herbstreit put out his top 5.
Yeah, and that's got people fired up.
LSU, Penn State, Ohio State, Miami, and Georgia.
You want my top 3?
Is LSU 1?
And Penn State 2.
That's strange. LSU's 6 in my eyes. I don't think they 6. Georgia got a big.
You don't like 6?
Well, Georgia got a big win over Tennessee. Oregon's looked
that was funny, AR. What has Penn State done to deserve being 2? Just because they started there?
They started there. I think they've, other than that FIU slow start, I'm fine with Penn State at 2. I just think that LSU were given a lot of credit for a close win over a 2-loss Clemson team. And it could have been a 3-loss. They were losing to.
So it's not as good of a win as it was once.
Yes.
Okay.
And Georgia beat Tennessee. I think that matters. Went on the road and got that win. Oregon has looked, I think, like arguably the best team in college football against lesser competition. When you beat Oklahoma State 69-3, you've got my attention.
Okay.
And then Miami that was a huge win over South Florida. South Florida's a good football team. And they just walloped them.
Yeah, they're much more physical. And plus, now, everyone sees USF coming. Like, that was their biggest weapon was their anonymity.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah,
I look forward to this.
All right.
When are you going to release these?
Probably like 3 o'clock.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we're going to have a big ceremony.
Top 25.
Yeah.
That's work
That's a lot of work.
Listen, and I criticize all my life. I've criticized other people's rankings. Mm-hmm. It's time that I allow myself
some ownership.
Some ownership.
I'm in on that.
I, for one, am thinking about starting my own top 25 that will run through the radio station where everybody just votes and it generates a top 25.
Remember, when you do these rankings, just remember one thing.
All right, listen, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
That's right.
All right.
That's
Dude,
right.
We have like
Denzel had it.
We have like 4 people who submit employees of the month here. I don't know if we can get people naming 25 football teams.
No, I'm not.
That ballot box is getting stuffed here a lot.
Yeah.
I am not.
And I'm one of the
saying
4,
with
by the way.
employees. I want the fans. Get out there. Get your vote in. Take your time. Take accountability.
Rock the vote.
We want you to vote.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks
It's
for
my
coming
favorite
by.
part of every Monday.
Thanks for coming by.
You say that every Saturday, too, when you come on our show. Like, that's your favorite part of it.
It's kind of crazy.
He used to say it every Saturday for my show until he gave me the wave off.
He's Brendan Deeg now.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't say it's my favorite part of the week. I say it's my favorite part of Saturday. It's my favorite part of Saturday. It's my favorite part of Mondays.
We have to check the tape.
The other 5 days of the week they're slipping because I don't have this.
Ian Fitz Simmons will join the show next. Rothman Ice on the Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
In Columbus, how you roll up on game day matters. And with Polestar are redefining the driving experience. The Polestar 3 isn't just an electric SUV. It's an SUV that drives like a sports car. Precise, powerful, silent enough to hear the crowd before you see the stadium. Drive it today at Polestar Columbus or visit polestarcolumbus.com for a test drive and to learn about our competitive lease offers.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Buckeye fans, introducing Behind the O, the brand new app packed with original athlete and fan-driven Ohio State sports content. It's free to download in the App Store on iOS and Android, and every time you open it, you're helping generate NIL dollars for your favorite Buckeye athletes with zero cost to you. Get exclusive access to fresh behind-the-scenes videos, training routines, athlete lifestyles, and more from every Ohio State sport. Don't wait. Download Behind the O now and get closer to your Buckeyes than ever before.
Behind the O, free for fans, NIL for athletes.
It's the Ohio Lottery's all-new $520 or $100 scratch-off. With 3 simple cash prizes, it'll have you saying, "Wow, that's what I call winning!" With tracks like and the anthem celebrating the first of its kind $2 ticket. The $520 or $100 scratch-off is an absolute hit. Ohio Lotto's got Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the lunch and learn. Plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hey, Columbus, it's T-Bone for Window Nation. Now is the best time of year to buy new windows. Whether you have old, drafty windows or maybe just the cheap builder's grade ones your house came with, September is the perfect month to protect your home against another cold, snowy winter. And right now, Window Nation is offering their most popular offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. You heard that right. Window Nation gives you the option to pay nothing until 2027. Are you a Buckeye fan? Well, when you replace all the windows in your home, Window Nation will also give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game. With Window Nation, you get top quality windows from a trusted company, and it's all at a reasonable price because they know replacing windows is an investment, and they want to make it affordable for you. Don't miss Window Nation's most popular offer. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. And remember, you'll pay nothing for 2 years. Hurry, Columbus, this sale won't last forever. 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com to get your free quote.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good
afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State football is on the first of its 2 byes this week, but Buckeye Roundtable still hits the air tonight at 6 on the Fan. Buckeyes stay number 1 in the AP Top 25, followed by Penn State at 2, LSU 3, Miami 4, and Georgia 5. Number 24 Notre Dame is the first 0-2 team since 1988 to stay ranked in the poll. Ohio State announced its Big Ten opener at Washington on September 27th. Will kick off at 3:30. Watch it on CBS and hear it on the Fan. NFL tonight, Buccaneers and Texans clash at 7, followed by Chargers and Raiders at 10. Baseball's playoff push continues as the Reds visit the Cardinals at 7:45. Zach Littell starts for the Redlegs, 2.5 games out of the third NL wildcard spot. Cleveland's off tonight before 3 games at Detroit. Guards are winners of 4 straight, 9 of their last 10, and are 2.5 games back in the third NL wildcard spot. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
What's the point of watching football all weekend if you can't overanalyze it?
Reaction Monday is sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and Ice feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Nobody to deep dive into college football better than our guy Ian Fitz Simmons, ESPN Radio. Always in the middle of everything, my man. Good to have you back. How was the weekend?
The sauce piquant with alligator tail and shrimp. Man, my God, was it amazing. So I go to the same tailgate. We don't try and even when I go home to Louisiana. For people who may not remember, I'm a proud boo boy. I'm grew up on a farm in Folsom, Louisiana. 1 traffic light. I mean, I'm a hill jack. So, and I'm proud of it. And let me tell you something. When I go home, I get filthy fat, AR. And that the sauce piquant. We don't ever try and be in the TV lot or the TV compound and get out with a TV escape. Which is what you guys see as fans, right? When you're coming out of that west lot at Ohio Stadium, you see the TV crew come out, right? The police cars escort them out. We're normally in that damn thing. But when I go home, no. No, we're parking about 200 yards from the stadium, and we walk by the same tailgate every single time. And Brant Langlois and his crew, they cooked up sauce piquant with alligator tails and shrimp. And let me tell you something, folks. It was the best sauce piquant I've ever had in my life. When I say I got filthy fat, I got filthy fat. It was awesome. And LSU, that offense is struggling a bit, but that Florida defense is good. Hell of a game at Death Valley on a Saturday night. Not a better place to be. And when it comes to college football, when you get a rivalry game, give me Death Valley. Give me Saturday night. Give me sauce piquant. I mean, my gosh.
You are the original Bobby Boucher. I didn't know that.
Hell yes. Damn right.
So,
let's go.
All right.
And I like Vicky Valancourt.
So when you're not covering the Mud Dogs at the Bourbon Bowl, let me ask you, is this wrong for people to be taking points away now from LSU because Clemson looks trashy?
This is the dumbest damn thing ever, right? You adjust every single week. I said last week, and I caught holy hell for this. I can't remember if I told you guys, but I said it on my show on ESPN Radio. I'd have Florida State in the top 5. Why wouldn't you? Georgia Tech right now should be higher than 18. I mean, in my opinion, but Utah should be higher. Texas Tech should be higher. When it comes to the AP and the coaches polls, folks, it doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
It means nothing.
How do you handle the good teams that haven't been tested? Like the good teams on paper.
Let me ask you this, AR. If South Florida, and I told you this last week, Miami was going to truck them, lay the 18, right? And they did. If South Florida had won that game, where would you have South Florida ranked?
Well, South Florida was, I'm trying to think what they were coming in. They were 18 coming in. So if 18 beat 5, I mean, with Notre Dame losing.
I'd have had them number 1.
Number 1.
If they'd have won the game, why not? They beat number 25 Boise at the time. They beat at the time number 13 Florida, and then they would have just beat number 5 Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be Miami.
Hard to argue with it.
Give me a team that has 3 top 25 matchups.
Yeah.
Then he won them all. I'd have had them number 1. Yeah. Why? You adjust. But the AP doesn't adjust. We saw that one voter out of Florida or who had – I can't remember.
She had Florida. She was a California writer. I think she.
Right. So, again, when it comes to the AP and the coaches polls, folks, it doesn't mean a damn thing. I've served on the mock committee for the college football playoff twice. They do not pay any attention to the AP and coaches poll. None. It is a blank slate. There are no numbers next to teams. They just go in. All right, here's your top 25. Go 25-1. And that's the way it should be. You adjust every single week. South Florida got trucked. They're out. Georgia Tech beats Clemson. They're in. Do you take anything away from LSU's win at Clemson? Hell no. Not at all.
Speaking of Clemson, Ian, from the people you talk to, the scouts and all that, like, what's the word on the street about Cade Klubnik? Because I wasn't the biggest buyer of Clemson being an absolute juggernaut this year because of Clay Klubnik at this point in his career. Like, what do people say about this guy?
Matty, I was the opposite. I was the other way. I was a buyer because of their front seven on defense and Cade Klubnik. They can't block anybody, dude. You played, man. Come on, dude. You played the game. Mm-hmm. That O-line couldn't block me. I'm 53 with 17 cuts on my right foot. Right? So, I mean, they can't run the ball. They can't block anybody. You go back to watch that LSU game, right? Blake Baker brings a corner blitz twice, and the running back whiffs both times, never even saw it coming. Is that on Cade Klubnik?
No.
So, I mean, he gets sacked twice. The last one was they were in zero coverage. Game on the – folks, let this sink in. And, Matt, you can go into more on zero coverage. So, basically, folks, there's nobody on the back end. And they bring the house to close out the game against Clemson. Harold Perkins damn near gets the Klubnik. He has to throw it up in the air. It's ball game. How many times do you see a defensive coordinator have that much faith in his secondary to say, you know what, we're going zero coverage, bring in the house, come get some? It doesn't happen often, especially against a quarterback like that. So, to me, it's not Klubnik. It's the offensive line and a lack of being able to run the football. Matty, you
I don't disagree. No, I don't disagree with anything you said. I just thought, for me, Ian, I've never viewed him as a true aircraft carrier. And to your point, maybe this year he didn't need to be if everybody else was doing what they were supposed to do. I just think now he needs to show me that because it's do or die time for them.
It's the same thing with Garrett Nussmeier. I was just there, man. I mean, Nuss, they're not protecting him well. Right tackle is a problem. I mean, it's a big problem. Until Caleb Banks got hurt, they normally move him up and down that defensive front. Caleb Banks, for anybody who doesn't know, the Florida Gators edge, or he's not really an edge. They move him everywhere. He is he's the most impressive IDL, meaning interior defensive lineman, that I might see all year. He is just beautiful. I mean, 88 looks good. And they started him out at right edge, then inside as a 3 technique, then as a 0 over the center, and then they parked him over Weston Davis on the right side. And then he gets hurt, and then late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, and that really kind of changed the game. But Nuss and LSU didn't have an answer for him. So is that on Garrett Nussmeier being under attack and they can't run the ball until that last 51-yard run by Caleb Durham, or is that on the quarterback? To me, that's more on O-line and a lack of a running game, but that's just me.
All right, I give you Clemson or Notre Dame right now.
Clemson.
You're taking Clemson over Notre Dame. I give you one team to actually make it to the playoff. Yeah.
You want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
Does Notre Dame have a conference title game and has an automatic bid?
No, they don't. Plus, I told Maddie this earlier. Clemson is going to be selling once they get there. We make our season on Florida State. Like that'll be it. And
dude, if they win the ACC, they're in. Go back to last year. They were out until they played SMU in the ACC championship game. The only way for them to make the playoff, win the title. It's an automatic bid. And I still question Rhett Lashley. Now twice, by the way, SMU's head coach, but not going for 2, down 17 in the fourth quarter. You battle all the way back. Waning moments. Seconds left. Go for 2. Win the game. Against Baylor, you come back. Go for 2. win the game, right? But how did Clemson get into the playoff last year? They won the ACC. That's why I say, in that particular question, Clemson or Notre Dame better chance to make the college football playoff? I'm going with Clemson because they have an automatic bid if they win the ACC. Notre Dame does not have that.
Quickly, forgetting that for just a second, who's the better team?
Notre Dame, right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Me too.
All right, my man. Great stuff as always. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
I'm going to go sweat.
Start that diet. I was going to say, you got to start a diet this week. Get ready for Saturday.
Yeah, look, catfish po' boys, gumbo, sauce pecan, beignets. I didn't have any, Matty. I did not get into jambalaya. But I'll be back in a few weeks.
I love it.
You're the man.
I won't let you down. By that time, I won't be able to feel my left leg, boys. There you go. It's going to be over. It'll be done. See you guys.
You're the man. That is our friend Ian Fitzsimmons, ESPN Radio, on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. All right. We come back and examine the Brownies and the old quarterback shuffle. How embarrassing was it? We'll hit it next. Rothman Ice and the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Dormar, your climate hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Fall is here. The leaves are changing, football's on TV, and family time by the bonfire feels just right. Before it gets even colder, now's the time to make sure your home is ready for what lies ahead. For over 3 decades, homeowners across Central Ohio have turned to Newman Roofing for reliable roofing, siding, and gutter work that stands the test of time. From your very first call, you'll talk with a real person who's happy to walk you through the process. Your estimator won't push you, just explain what's going on with your home and share solutions that make sense for you. And when the work begins, a dedicated job supervisor makes sure every detail meets Newman Roofing standards. Don't just take our word for it. Check out the hundreds of 5-star Google reviews from families right here in Columbus who chose Newman Roofing and couldn't be happier. Appointments are filling fast for fall installations, so don't wait. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today. Let Newman Roofing handle your to-do list so you can get back to the things and the people that matter most. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online today at newmanroofing.com.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send by you right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov. Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Lots of sunshine and hot and dry conditions to kick off the work week. We'll see temperatures getting into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees with lots of sunshine. For tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with our lows into the 60s. And then for Tuesday, dry weather continues, but a tad bit cooler. Highs will get in the mid to upper 80s with mostly sunny skies. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Please Snap Leads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Maddie, Bet365 time.
Let's get into it. They've got some great stuff cooking up right now at Bet365. If you're a new customer, here's what you got to do. All you got to do is bet $5. You're going to get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So download the app today. They've got everything you need. You could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props. So do not miss out on all the goodies and check out that early payout offer. For both college football and the NFL, you get an instant payout if the team you bet on goes up by 17 points, even if they lose. AR, well, Monday night doubleheader, big dog. First one on the docket is what? Not Colts. What am I talking
Houston.
about? Houston and Tampa Bay, and then the nightcap will be the Chargers at the Raiders. I'm looking at Nico Collins. Nico Collins for the Houston Texans had a rough game in game number 1. Only had 3 catches in the game for 25 yards. I'm going to Nico Collins anytime touchdown today, plus 115. Really fun matchup in this one. On Tampa side of things, Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka against Derek Stingley and Lassiter. So that is going to be get your popcorn ready type of stuff there. But I'll go Nico Collins plus 115 for an anytime tutty.
All right, so your defense single-handedly is going to probably lose me fantasy. If Baltimore didn't score, I'd be fine right now.
The scoop would score by Roquan.
Now I need Evans tonight to probably score.
Okay.
So I'm certainly not betting him to do that. I'm actually going to take the mental hedge and bet Mike Evans under 66.5 yards.
Okay.
Because I'd be more than happy to lose that bet. It'll be a fun bet to root against. I think there's value on first touchdown. It's such a roulette wheel when you spin this. Because you gotta get the possession. You got to be the team that's down there. First touchdown. But you mentioned Emeka Egbuka, and the fact that he has been targeted 6 times, he has 4 catches, he has 2 touchdowns. I'm going to take the value on him to score the game's first touchdown at plus 850.
I like it.
Now, a lot of things have to happen. They got to get the ball and be able to do it first. The other one, if I'm going to go for deep value, if I'm going to go all in on Tampa, is Sterling Shepard at 25-1. To score the game's first touchdown. He's got 6 targets, and he would be a guy. And if I'm wrong and it's Mike Evans, that will be awesome.
Yeah.
So give me a Mecca and Sterling on a pass first touchdown.
Hey, I can't wait to see Nick Chubb tonight too. Like I think
they want him to get some more carries.
I didn't see much of anything in that first matchup against the Rams for them, so I'm excited to see what Nick Chubb has to offer tonight. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
No switch at quarterback. Stefanski. Not considering it. Not fair to talk about that right now. Pro Bowl guard Joel Bitonio said he believes in Flacco. And then if you pick all of our problems, I don't think Joe is high on the list. No, he's not a problem. He's not the answer.
There you go. Yeah.
And so no one's going to crush him. This is more of when you decide to wave the white flag on a season, and they're not there yet. So I think Stefanski is saying it correctly. But there are a lot of problems. First of all, you can't ask Greg Newsome to cover that long when Lamar is... So I'm not going to blame him. It's a 10-point game, Joe. Run out of bounds. Run out of bounds and punt. You got to be smarter than that. You're in midfield. I want to know what you were thinking when that tailor-made interception.
I was sick
went
to
through,
my
was it
stomach.
Humphrey?
Right
went through
into
his
Tillman's hands.
And
right?
all of a sudden, we got a game. It's 20-10.
I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, oh, this stuff only happens to us. That was absolutely wild. But if the offense, that being the Browns offense, could have done anything in the first half, especially on third down. I mean, they go into the locker room down 10-3, and the Browns were 3 of 10 on third down. It was just nothing there, and you're just seeing with Flacco at his age, there's no juice left in the legs. So anytime there was pressure, they were hunting him down. And then, like, it's just there wasn't a lot of separation either, it seemed like, with Judy and that crew. And so, look, it is what it is when you got a 40-year-old quarterback at this point in his career. But the defense, I thought, made some timely plays early. I mean, Miles was doing Miles things and just wrecking the game. That dude is just unreal. But I just thought some of the punch outs were there on defense. That defense is still showing fight, but there's only so much you're going to do, especially against an offense like Baltimore's, who we know is explosive. You can't ask your defense to hang around for 4 quarters and you know, do what they did in the first half in the second half and holding Baltimore to 10. It kind of felt like at any point in time the dam was going to break, and it did.
This season is heading right where everybody thinks it's going to be. The Browns are going to get a chance to showcase some of their young quarterbacks eventually. Right now at 0-2, they're not going to do it. They get the Packers this week at home, and they got to go to Detroit, and then they got to go overseas.
What's the over/under on sacks for the Packers this week? Because like their defensive line is much better than the Ravens' defensive line to me, and so they could not block up front yesterday at all. So now you got Micah and the crew. Like,
not only could they not block up front, couldn't block a punt.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is, so I'm not going to completely. This is I'm not going to remove the names to protect the innocent because they're not innocent. But I think it was Jenkins and Hickman. Whoever you had that blocked that punt for you guys, I don't know who got a hand on it, but he literally blew somebody to pieces.
He did.
And it was either Hickman or Jenkins, and I'm not sure who it was. It was either Ronnie or Rayshawn. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that guy's in there to be that line of defense. And whoever you had come up, bust up that middle, it was like child's play.
Blew him up. And again, we talked about this on Friday, our credit to the Browns defense. They gave Derrick Henry nothing. Like, they forced the hand of Baltimore to say, hey, we're putting this on Lamar's right arm, and Lamar delivered. But, I mean, you come out of a game holding Derrick Henry to 2.1 yards per carry and 23 in total. You'll take that all day tomorrow.
We didn't get, by the way, we didn't get the
I don't think it
cage
happened.
match that we wanted.
I don't remember it happening there. Hey, real quick, AR. What did you think of that Shefty story that came out prior to this game? That the Ravens wanted Shador. And okay, go ahead. Yeah, we'll do it. You want to do a little bit of that next?
It did come out this weekend. It slid under the radar. And this kind of goes back to this possible orchestration. I understand why. I don't think he should be crushed for this.
His explanation to me made sense. Like, it makes sense. But, yeah, so Packers are next for the Brownies. That one's so that's at home, and then Detroit, and then the Vikings, and then the Steelers. So, tough stretch coming in. Dylan Gabriel, he came in. It was against backups.
Yeah.
Thought the throw was pretty good on the touchdown, but it's backup. So, he'll have his time, I believe, in short order. But, yeah, just the offense, they're just, look, you score 16 points week 1, you score 17 week 2. This was the problem last year. They were last in the league in points per game. They just got to find a way to generate more spark, and I think the young guys in time, I think will do that. But the guys on the outside got to do their part.
All right, in 2 minutes, we'll come back, and we've got another week of evidence that they're gettable. But look at the teams that they've played. Should we give them a chance? Probably so. That's in 2 minutes. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We've all got our daydreams, right? Little things, big things, things you know one day you'll do. Then, out of nowhere, cancer. And all your plans don't change a bit. I would know. I'm about to jump out of an airplane with my dad. Our first time skydiving solo. And my second year since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health. All right, Dad, let's go. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep-making-plans.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I was told you could make us feel better. You're suffering from too much junkitis. Point at something you haven't used lately. Wow, it's gone. Try it, honey. You'll feel light as a feather.
Something I haven't used?
All you have to do is point.
I feel like I'm flying.
That's the sound of optimism and energy and possibilities. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Rothman Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Always as tender as a well-done steak. This is Rothman and Ice.
All right, Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Fellas, if you go out on the weekend and you have a good time watching football, but you can't recover the way that you used to, your energy is low, that can change if you go see the folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic, because these guys, they don't do any guesswork. They just make it happen. They made it happen for me, and I want the same for you. Take care of yourself. You only get one life. Do not procrastinate. Over at the Columbus Men's Clinic, you'll get real science. You'll get real treatments, no gimmicks at all, and no online quick fixes that have you leaving frustrated. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, their medical providers build a plan around you, your body, your goals, and what it takes to get you back to feeling like yourself again. So hit them up. Call them right now at 614-300-7400, or you can visit them online at columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation, including blood work, is just $99, and they will find a plan that works with your budget. Again, their number is 614-300-7400, or visit them online today at columbusmensclinic.com.
Chiefs are going to be tough to figure out because everyone's burying them, and I'm not saying they're in good shape, but they lost. They don't have their two biggest weapons in Rice and Worthy now.
Mm-hmm.
And they still took the champs to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like it'd be one thing if they were just getting buried. And then you'd be like, they're nothing. I mean, with Mahomes, you always have a chance. But they've played and lost to two pretty good teams. So, and they were winning all these one-score games last year. And that my assessment this year going in was there has to be some regression in that result on its own. And that's why I said I thought they'd be sub 500 before the bye week. And we'll see. But to think that they wouldn't make the playoffs, to me, I can't get there. I don't know why. I mean, this Burrow injury is certainly going to help them a lot. And so I'm trying to think who I would kick out if, like, Bills are going to win their division. Who's going to win the North now? I always thought it was you guys anyway. I had Jacksonville. Obviously, the Colts are 2-0. So one of those two. Maybe Houston makes a run here, and they probably will if their offensive line can hold up. The Chargers.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The West now is the Chargers for the taking early on. It's way too early to say.
The Chargers didn't play yesterday, did they?
They're playing tonight.
They played tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
So if they go to 2-0 and beat the Raiders, then the Raiders will be 1-1. Denver will be 1-1. The Chiefs will be 0-2. So they'll obviously have a leg up there. So if I'm thinking about the AFC, because the Bengals now, Are they a playoff team? I got to get the odds on that because last week. It's so funny. I was all in on this is the time to bet the Bengals to make the playoffs before they play Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time to get them because the odds were still good. You were getting plus money, and if you lean into the home game, beat Jacksonville, now you don't have Burrow, so that looks like a trashy bet. But the Chiefs, in my mind, are still going to be one of the 3 wildcard teams.
I agree with you, AR. I'm not one of these people right now it's going to bury them. And the reason why I won't do it is because you highlighted something that was important coming out of yesterday's game. They were right there going blow for blow with Philly, and then you had the Travis Kelce goof up there that leads to an interception and then points on the board for the Eagles. And in those games where it's that close in talent, right, you just cannot have those type of mistakes. And when you're down Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice, those mistakes are even louder. But I just don't think, AR, real quick, that they can survive with Mahomes putting his body on the line the way that he is right now. And credit to Pat for stepping up because he knows that they need that. And in yesterday's game, Pat Mahomes, 66 yards on the ground, rushing in a touchdown, and he leads the team right now, or tied for the lead in carries, and he leads the team in rushing yards by a large margin. Both Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco have 47 yards apiece rushing right now. Pat Mahomes has $123. He's not used to doing that every week, and so they got to get Xavier Worthy back ASAP, and it's going to be obviously a few more weeks until they get Rashee Rice back. I just think they're playing with a little bit of fire there with that. But as I'm saying that, it's like, hey, we just have to find a way to move the chains, and right now that's one of their best ways of moving the chains is 15 running the rock.
Not saying they're in good shape. Feels like they're in trouble. But I'm looking at the fact they lost a game over, in Brazil by 6, and they lost where they lose their biggest weapon on the first series of the game.
3 plays
they're still in it.
Yeah.
And they took the champs to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, we debated that tush push for a long time. And the majority of people would say, if you can't stop it, it's just a whiny thing, get better at it. And I'd always point out, and I wasn't like all in on the eliminate the tush push. But I kept saying, and that's why when I trapped Dean Blandino at the baggage carousel,
really did run him down.
I just don't know how you ever going to officiate that thing correctly. I realized in my own mind the reason they don't call lining up in the neutral zone because the defense is at such a disadvantage, they're not going to do that to them. And then on the flip side, all you see are these offensive linemen launching out before the ball is snapped, and no one can see it. You can't call it live. There's too many guys in the neutral zone. The helmets are touching. Like, it's honestly the real reason that they should have gotten rid of it was not because teams can't stop it. It's because you can't officiate it correctly anymore. Like that was offensive movement on the Eagles.
No doubt.
At the end in a 3-point game.
There's no denying it. There's no denying it at all. Definitely has hints of flukiness to it, gimmicky, for a lot of people. I understand
but it's not really totally gimmicky because it's by definition, it is football.
Yeah.
That the most physical, strongest people win up front.
But to your point, like you said, the pushing the guys from behind, too. You know what I mean? Like that's the part that just it feels a little off, and I can understand the people that don't want to do it. So look, for Kansas City.
Bengals or Kansas City? I give you one team to make the playoffs.
They got Pat. He's
That's
healthy.
Right.
Yeah, like
they're
I got to
the
roll
other
with
team's
them.
2-0, and they're still taking them.
And I think they're going to get better because they're going to get some reinforcements in house. Like when they drop Rashee Rice in that thing, it's going to feel and probably look a lot different to me. I still don't love like the run game. Like Pacheco and Hunt. That's probably not going to cut it. But when you get Rashee Rice back and you back defenses off with Worthy and his speed, that'll probably open things up a little bit more. They play the Giants this week in prime time on the road, and then they get Baltimore and Jacksonville. Those are their next 3 games.
They could be 1-4.
There's no question.
Yeah, and then I don't know what. Then I'm not coming here saying that.
I don't think you'd give up on them
at 1-4.
I don't think you would.
Depends how it looks, but that would. I mean, the analytics would tell you
that you're pretty cooked.
You're gone. Because now 1-4 can turn into 3-4 pretty fast with them because they'll get Detroit, Vegas, and Washington at home, but. Man, they better win on Sunday night. They have to have it.
Yes.
He cannot. I mean, because Baltimore's coming the following week. And I know it's in Kansas City, but Now there's blood in the water. And I'm not saying I didn't buy into all the intimidation, but there was an aura of the Chiefs.
No question.
And in that building, there was more than an aura.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, if Baltimore's coming in there late September, good weather, feeling good, and just, man, I don't know. It just feels like we're in a save the season mode if you're Kansas City. And I know you mentioned Kelsey, and it was split second timing because Mahomes throws that ball when he should before he breaks, and Kelsey didn't get his head turned just fast enough. So I could blame Kelsey because it was on his hands, but the reaction time on a pass that close to the goal line was tough. And you know who else? By the way, this is hysterical. If Philly takes that back, I win fantasy because I have
the Eagles defense.
And guess who broke it up? Simmons.
Yeah, Justin Simmons did.
Amazing.
Wiped the dude out. Yeah,
amazing.
For a big dude, he was moving and grooving. Yeah, the former Buckeye was getting it going down the line, man. Yeah, that was a good save. Good save by them. Yeah, but here's the other thing, too, AR, is that Kansas City, if you do drop another one or you beat the Giants, lose to Baltimore, the division stuff probably goes out the window sooner rather than later, especially if the Chargers pick up another win and the Raiders, who knows what that is going to be. But they probably have confidence within that locker room to know that if we can get to the postseason and get to the postseason with our key guys,
nothing matters. They came before.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. And we went on the road a couple years ago, and we went into Buffalo's house, we went into Baltimore's house, and we get it done. So they have that championship DNA. They just got to get right on offense, and it just shows. It just shines a light on that. Pat Mahomes is out. No matter how great he is, those guys still need a level of talent around them for the team as a whole to look the part.
It's weird because I think they're headed for 4-5 before their bye week.
You've been all over this. You've been calling this.
I feel like it's a long season, but it gets late early when you're 1-4 or no matter who you are in this league. Yeah. And so their job is similar to Cincinnati's. Stay afloat. Stay afloat because there are enough games on their schedule. Vegas at home, Washington at home, Indy at home, Houston at home, revenge on the Chargers at home in December, at Tennessee, at Vegas again. Like there are enough wins here, but they can't get into a, hey, we got to reel off 8 in a row.
No, you don't
make
want to
the
be
playoffs.
That's almost impossible there in the NFL. This just coming down from Shefty. Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy has been ruled out for Sunday's game versus the Cincinnati Bengals due to an ankle injury. Who's your backup right now, AR? It's
Carson Wentz, baby.
Okay, Wentz time.
He would start. Yeah. So he would start Max Brosmer, who I've been touting since the Gopher days, who looked very good in the preseason.
Man.
Could get a look.
The range of emotions right now for J.J. McCarthy, NFL start, you win, you have a baby, Sunday Night Football, you look bad, and now you're out for the next game.
We got Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning on the heels of Spencer Rattler versus Mac Jones.
And this is my thing. When they throw the graphic up for this game, it will be Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
Oh, no
and that lets
question.
You know, like that's when you know your team's in a little trouble.
You might as well play a neutral site game in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's rough. That could be tough.
Yeah, guess who won't be going to the game? Me. That's a 1 o'clocker, though. Vikes are finally done with prime time. Let's get back to earth a little bit. We come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Dormar, you're pilot hero.
Sounding an alarm.
Did any of this have to happen? No.
All new tomorrow, ABC 6 News continues to investigate the city's mandate to replace thousands of water meters in Columbus homes.
Nobody said that they could come and flood my house.
Raising questions about who is doing the work.
You don't think constituents should be upset about this?
The hiring practices that are causing even more safety concerns.
Do you think our coverage exposed a lot about this company?
I think it's a good thing.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I have 3 kids. I have an IQ of 160. I work with the cops.
You're a cop?
No, but they do sign my paychecks.
Caitlin Olsen returns in High Potential, the #1 drama.
She was abducted. You knew that already, didn't you?
Yeah, but I thought it'd be nice to let you have this one.
and one of the best new crime procedurals.
You're waiting on me to leave so you can poke around without a warrant, aren't you?
Yeah. High Potential. Tuesday night at 10 on ABC6.
Oven-baked French toast. Hot, melty cheese. And meat. And meat. And meat. Introducing UDF's new 3-meat French toast stackwich. Sweet and savory cinnamon swirl French toast piled with thick cut bacon, natural pork sausage, and smoky Canadian bacon. It's the newest flavor in our lineup of breakfast sandwiches. All stacked fresh, all served hot, and all made in store to make your morning. The new 3-meat French toast stackwich from UDF. Mornings made for you.
Is your business craving efficiency? Is it hungry for productivity? Then there's a tech solution you should implement now if you want to crush your KPIs and you also want BLTs or burrito bowls or like bagels. It's called EasyCater, one platform for ordering food from a huge variety of restaurants for all your workplace needs. From falafel for the finance team to lasagna for the lunch and learn. Plus tools to help you save time and stay on budget. Ready to nail your deliverables? Order now at easycater.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the fans' YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated, because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life, and fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, big man, take us home.
Okay, this was a fan poll last week that we never got around to, but it's a fun one.
Whose fault is that?
Mine.
It's a fan poll last week that we never got around to. That's honesty. The honesty.
That I never got around to, I should say. How many players would Grambling have needed on the field per play in order to beat Ohio State? You're given 11.
Okay.
I think
it's a crazy fan poll.
It is pretty wild. I'm here for it, though. Man, do I want to say they would have to double up, AR? 22 defenders out there?
I was just to win the game, you said?
To beat Ohio State.
So you're saying just on the defensive side of the ball? Like
no, I think they play straight up? No, I think you get both sides.
Okay.
Now, you could probably add a different number to the offense than you would the D if you wanted, but, I mean, can you imagine if you had, you could keep 10 guys in.
I don't know if 15 dudes would do it on defense.
The 15 was my number. 15 was my number. That's funny you said that.
4 more guys out there?
Yeah.
No way.
You're saying that wouldn't do it?
I'm saying 13 is I think one more pass rusher and one more defender in the secondary.
I don't think so.
I don't think that does it.
I don't think so.
Really?
You remember
really
what the score of that game was?
I really don't.
70-0.
You think two more guys equals 70 points? Two more guys?
Maybe.
And presumably, these aren't two guys that would start.
Yeah,
These are two guys that are on the end of the starting lineup.
Yeah, but the math is totally different everywhere. It's different in the run game. It's different in the pass game.
I don't know if two's enough, TLC, on defense.
Doesn't feel like it.
I don't think so.
I think that makes a gigantic difference. I'm saying if you have 13 guys on the field.
All right, how many yards are you taking away from Ohio State? Because they had 650.
I'm taking hundreds of yards away.
Hundreds?
Yes, dude.
With two more guys on defense.
There are certain balls that would not have been thrown because those guys wouldn't have been open.
So two guys just saying you're blitzing every time.
Unless you want to play. And I think this is so lazy to say. The whole well, just throw it to Jeremiah. He'll catch.
No. By the way, the old just throw it to Jeremiah right now.
It's working.
It's okay, but it's not like every time. He dropped one against the Bobcats that was in his hands in the corner of the end zone. It was good. I mean, it was decent coverage by Tank, but it was in his hands.
Yeah. The overall body of work.
So I agree with him on the just go long, we'll get it to you. Like, I think there's a little bit
of more nuance than that.
Okay, so it's a fun question because of what you said with the guys in the right places. Like on typical passing downs.
If you have 13, you can drop 7 and rush 6.
But I still
feel like we would design around it. I feel like we would throw some bubble screens. I feel like there'd be ways to.
The intermediate stuff is still there. The in between. You may be able to take away the
time
home
passing
runs,
wouldn't be great.
but the chains would still get moved. Two guys wouldn't do it.
15 gets it. 15 is you're in the game.
15 is clogged up everywhere.
This is ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous fan poll, but I love it.
It's a ridiculous fan poll, but. So how many yards did you take away from them off the 650 with two more guys?
With two more guys, I'd take off at least 200 yards.
All right,
I'm telling you, I think
it's still 450 to 150.
I said at least.
Good day at the office.
Hey,
I'm sorry. You got to add to the offense. My bad.
We're adding to their offense.
You have to add to the offense.
What are you adding on offense? I'm curious. What positions?
Two more. You only get two. You said
one more blocker, one more pass catcher.
Not enough.
Well, actually, that may not be legal.
Well, in this world,
in this. Like we're dealing with this fan poll like it's a legit fan. Wait a minute! All of a sudden we got rules. We got 80 guys on the field.
Oh man!
You can only have 5 guys. 5 guys going.
All right,
for
so
a
you're
pass.
going 15 on offense, 15 on D. I'm sorry,
I'm saying 13.
13.
I think if you had one more pass rusher and then on offense it'd be pass blocker, and if you add one more pass defender, one more pass catcher, I'm telling you that math. I'm not saying they're good players, but what I'm saying is guys would be open. Like it's a coordinator battle.
So you're saying
You
that
don't
the
need
kid that
15.
threw for 55 yards against Ohio State would suddenly be throwing for what? With an extra target.
At least 200. The math is totally different.
Ohio State might get home with 3.
But they're going to have like 7
but
blocking.
they can adjust too. Like Ohio State can adjust as well.
Yeah, but they can't put more players on the field.
No, I know they can't, but they can adjust how
Ohio State to 11 players. I think
It's an
Grambling
absurdly great question.
I don't know what T-Bone and Tyvis were talking about that led to this.
What they were smoking, I mean, not what they were talking about.
Exactly.
What they were smoking.
I picked a great week to quit amphetamines.
That's right. Stop sniffing glue.
You played, man. Come on, dude.
Come on, man.
It's true.
Are the Packers definitively the best team in the NFL?
I want to see the Chargers play tonight.
Oh. Wow.
If the Chargers mollywop the Raiders, then to me there's going to be a conversation to be had there. But right now, yes, to me the Packers are passing the eye test of the best team in the sport.
If you had to pick one, I'd probably pick them. But you threw out the word definitively. Yeah. I would say I'm out on that. I can't tell you the Packers lined up against the Bills or the Eagles that all of a sudden I know for a fact they'd be the best team on the field. I don't know that.
You played the game.
Mm-hmm.
National Double Cheeseburger Day. How do you think that you would handle the Terminator?
Not very well.
Takes 2 hands to handle the Whopper.
Yeah, not very well. I've never really been in on the big sandwiches. Like the messy. The messier it gets, then I don't really want it, AR. So, like, Thurman is great. Thurman burgers are tremendous. They've been around for years and years for a reason. But I just don't know if I would handle that very well. Just give me a normal cheeseburger, throw some bacon on it, some caramelized onions, a little barbecue sauce on the side, and I'm good.
Maddie, this is Columbus, Ohio. We are simple people. We fish our waters, we till our land, and we eat a big sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm off of that. Years ago,
cheese?
for sure.
Double cheese?
Listen, when Chipotle first opened, I've got evidence of this. I was going in there ordering 2 burritos.
Good for you.
And eating them in one sitting. No bowls. There were no bowls when they first started.
Yeah.
I think it was just a wrap. That's a wrap. And I had 2 of them. 2 of those pumpkins.
Oh, man.
Matt, you can go into more on zero coverage.
Are you starting to believe in Daniel Jones and the Colts just yet?
No, I'm not buying it yet. But I'll give them credit, AR. They're handling business. You beat the Broncos.
What was with that penalty at the end of the game? The field goal and all that.
Leverage.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
I was seeing the replays on Pat McAfee's show. It did look kind of bad.
It did.
If you had one guy basically shoving the center down so somebody else could jump over him.
Yeah, that was wrong.
I agree with you.
It's one of those, it's like you never see that be called, so you hear people go, how could you call that in that moment?
Yeah.
Like, the center did get buried.
At the end of the day.
That's a good win for them.
It is.
Because
You can't take that away from them. It is. There's no doubt. Hey, before we go, if you missed anything from our show, don't worry. You can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you got to do is type in Rothman and Ice. Everything we do from noon to 3. We'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. The wonderful folks at Bet365 are the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice pod. Common Man and Timmy coming up next for a little Reaction Monday.
All right, we'll come back tomorrow at high noon. Thanks for listening. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan.
What's better than cheering the Buckeyes on to victory? Wearing our exclusive collection of OSU jewelry as you watch. Hi, this is Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We're an officially licensed jeweler of The Ohio State University, and we've created beautiful Buckeye jewelry that will last a lifetime. From Blocko earrings to Diamond Script Ohio necklaces, we've got luxury Buckeye gifts starting at $99. No matter where you're watching, show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the Tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your Tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
This Hall of Fame moment takes a look at a blast that would send the Reds to the postseason after a drought of 15 years. On Tuesday evening, September 28, 2010, before a hometown crowd of 30,151, the Reds would head into the bottom of the ninth, locked in a 2-2 game with the Houston Astros, with right fielder Jay Bruce batting 7th that night, scheduled to lead off. What followed was an at-bat for the history books.
So here's Burdick, and here's Bruce. And a high fly ball, center field. He hit it a ton. It's gone. And the 2010 Central Division Championship belongs to the Cincinnati Reds. Jay Bruce explodes the first pitch into the grass and straightaway center field. He is being mobbed by his teammates. They met him at home plate. They ran him up the first base foul line. They're approaching the mound. The bullpenners are coming out, and everybody's getting in on the celebration at the mound as the crowd roars here at Great American Ballpark. The first pitch, he rockets onto the lawn in straightaway center field, and this one belongs to the Reds.
This Hall of Fame moment is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. Put their financial strength behind you. Visit westernsouthern.com.